On last week's edition of Horror on the Orient Express, our heroes made a show of the opera as the Aida was revealed to have none other but Sedefkar's torso used as a stage prop. A chase for the torso ensued, leaving the party with the torso intact and an old man with a soprano's voice begging for his life. The investigators all took part in a rigorous ritual to return Katerina's voice to her body. The sight left all of them more insane than they started, with Gore gaining a love of blood. Camellia and India paid old Katerina a visit at her townhouse, where she seemed to be recovering from the ghastly procedure. Once again, aboard the Orient, the party overhear a rude Brit naysaying the great country of Mexico. Who is this British naysayer? Will Jimmy find a balm to alleviate his mounting conditions? Let's find out on tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of Horror on the Orient Express. My name is Moss, and I am your keeper of arcane lore, and these beautiful people around me are our panel, or players, rather. So let's go around and see how everybody is doing this evening. You can see we don't have our lovely Nomi this evening, unfortunately, but we do have the next spiciest thing. JT, how are you?
I'm feeling spicy, baby, spicy. It's me, spicy old. I got nothing else.
I like that. Okay. That's about as good as I could have asked for, JT.
Actually, I missed it. Who'd you say was missing?
Nomi. You know, the one who's in the center tile in the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
I think you mean the help.
Who's that again? Oh, the help. Oh.
Yeah. But speaking of someone who is also spicy, I don't know. Chris, how are you?
Oh, goodness, caliente. Hello, I'm Chris. I'm enjoying this beautiful fall weather, and I'm ready to play some Cthulhu with these lovely people. I missed out on the game that apparently everybody played.
Oh yeah.
I'll make up with that with some more Jimmy shenanigans.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. I caught like the first hour of it or something, and basically it was all Sevvy, just absolutely terrified and screaming the entire time.
You died well.
Yeah. It was more than just me screaming, I'll have you know.
Yeah, Nomi was screaming too.
Speaking of Nomi, She looked really
JT
good
was
last
good.
night. Did anybody see Nomi last night on Tabitha's stream? She had her hair all down and long and straight, and wore makeup like a woman. What's his name? Jimmy would have lost his mind if he saw her last night.
Maybe Jimmy did lose his mind.
He'd have to have one to begin with, but
Well, I mean, the goal is that all of you lose your minds. So hopefully we can.
that's your goal.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal.
The pixies.
And probably the chat's goal too. I'm sure that they'd love to see something like that. But speaking of someone who's already halfway there, Frost, how are you this evening?
Sevvy's not naked. She's wearing a shirt.
What?
Thank you for the clarification.
I just had to let everybody know. What they're saying, it's a spicy stream. I just wanted them to know we're not going that far. No, we had fun with that game last week, and I'm looking forward to us not doing what our characters did in that game tonight, which is die repeatedly, because I don't know where the wax bodies are for us to carry each other's heads to.
No wax bodies today.
No wax bodies. But History Eraser Button said Sevvy didn't just scream, she also just hid.
Yeah.
There was some hiding. There was some hiding. That's
There was a
true.
lot of hiding, let's face it.
Nice.
All right. Well, speaking of someone who is not hiding really much of anything tonight, Sevvy, how are you?
Wow.
God, I'm dying over here, guys. It's way too hot. The temperature decided to just go all summer on me, and I'm just sweating. It's really, really hot. I cranked up the AC and I have a fan on, and it's still horribly hot. So hopefully there'll be some cold air, because I'm dying over here.
Nice. Okay. Well, luckily it is January in Italy. At least it is in 1923. It's January. So hopefully it'll be nice and cool. You can just open the windows of your passenger cabin. You'll be fine.
And if you hear some music or sounds, they're from where?
Those are from Sirenscape. The fart noises are not from Sirenscape, but everything else is.
The dueling pianos. Everybody's talking in the chat about the dueling pianos. Even
I know.
Everybody's asking.
I actually recorded that myself. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a massive pianist.
He played it with his butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. So, I'm not looking for any accolades or anything. Hold your applause.
Okay, Bruce Hornsby.
I'm just your normal everyday pianist. I pull my pants on the same way as everybody else.
He's a minor pianist, folks. He's a minor pianist. All right.
I didn't go that far. Anyway, moving on.
Pianist
see.
minor. There.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if
pianist.
you want to say that.
Oh yeah, that one might not be right.
Yeah, pianist in A minor.
Oh dear.
Oh. No, that's much worse. Much worse.
Okay, so we got some benefits to give away, some Eureka points and whatnot. We got 2 gold memberships over on Discord from Chrysant and our very own Frost. Thank you, guys. We got a silver from Levistro. Thank you, Levistro. And then we got some fan art by Sassy Witch for the whole crew, the Chameleon and Clay, and Egyptian Jimmy and Camellia by Daxi, which I very much enjoyed Camelia's art.
That was really good. She looked really good.
It was almost as good as Virgil's mom.
Virgil's mom, yes.
Yeah, who's got it going on. So from last stream, we got 61 likes. The likes at 36 were already redeemed. However, we did get 74 comments.
Nice.
Oh wow, let's go.
And
You have
then
to do the math, boss.
74 comments. Oh God. Okay. And then from the previous stream, not the. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Those ones I just mentioned were from the last Call of Cthulhu stream that we actually played. From last week, we got 50 likes on the stream and 19 comments. So in total, everybody gets 6 Eureka points plus 1 bonus die.
Ooh.
Ooh, cool.
I don't have my book available.
So thank you, Queen Shirts, for assembling all that data for me, because I would not have been able to do it without you. I am useless without the Queen Shirts. All right. So let me go ahead and swoosh us over to our game screen. 1, 2, 3, swoosh.
Swoosh.
Swoosh! And
That's
Here we
very
are.
swooshing of you.
yes, indeed. I strive for nothing else but the swooshiest.
Hit me
Oh.
with your best swoosh.
No. Alright. So when
That's
we
swoosh,
last
Thank you.
when we last left off, you all were sitting in the salon car on the Orient Express, and you overhear a tall, kind of pale, dark-haired Brit with a handlebar mustache. He says, "You should have seen them, squealing like pigs in the muck. Burned it all down, and that wailing bitch with it. Don't go to Mexico, gents. Nothing but peasants, dirt, and ungrateful whores." And one of his entourage kind of holds up his glass and says, "I'll drink to that." And you look over and you can see India is fuming right now. And she looks at you all and she says, "Not him again." And she gets up and walks away, back in the direction of the sleeping cars.
Not him again, huh?
I don't know, old boy. It must be a day ending in Y. She's upset.
But not at you. Or
You
Jimmy.
know, I mean, she's always upset with someone.
I'm just waiting as she's walking away. Do we hear a resounding slap as she hits anyone, or is it quiet as she leaves?
She's actually quite surprisingly quiet as she leaves.
All right then.
Golly, thank goodness she ain't mad at me this time.
Oh, give it a moment. I'm sure she'll find the time for you, old boy.
Good point.
And since we're sitting in the salon here, Clay is just going to reach over in the center of the table and pull out the deck of cards that's sitting here and just, does anyone want to play a game while we wait?
Oh, of course.
Golly,
Let's,
I'll play.
Let's play some poker in the salon pass.
I understood most of it. Just deal it out. Just friendly game. Poker for a bit while we sit here.
So you all play poker for a little bit. Eventually, the entourage gets up and makes their way to the other side of the train, outside of this car. And you all see, as they leave, you're kind of watching them as they pass. And as they do, you can see they pass a woman. Young and attractive, but dressed in black and completely veiled. She is weeping and sobbing, "Papa! Papa!"
Oh, I thought this was about the fucking cat again.
And you can see that as she sobs, she's got what looks to be a silver chain around her neck, and she is just clutching whatever is attached to the chain tightly in her hand.
It doesn't look like a rosary with beads on it, though, like an actual chain.
Yeah, it's just an actual chain.
By the way, whoever does my camera is fired.
That would be Moss.
Oh, do I need to make adjustments?
I fixed it, but now all my fun things are gone.
Oh, well, I could have done it, but okay.
Clearly, you couldn't.
Yeah, I could. I just didn't. There's a difference.
Oh, God.
Nice.
You know, Moss, you're number one.
Thanks, buddy.
Question is number one, what?
Which finger?
You'd have to be looking at the screen to it.
Don't ask me who number two is.
Which I'm sure you can take a guess.
Is this woman? She's in the car with us here. She's
She's
sitting
a
in the
little
salon
girl.
car.
Is
She's,
it a woman or a girl?
It is a full-grown woman, and she's kind of sitting off in a corner with yet another woman, much older, probably upper middle-aged, and she also is dressed in black, and you can see that the other woman is just kind of rubbing her shoulder.
Jimmy, old boy, tell those cows to be quiet. I'm trying to have a good game of poker here.
Oh my God. No.
Okay, Mr. G. I'll use
Don't-
those
no,
words exactly.
No, I'll stand up and go to them and I'll say, "Oh, what is wrong? Are you okay?"
Papa, he is dead.
That does happen. I'm sorry for your loss. Maybe you need something stronger. Waiter, can we get a triple of your strongest drink, please?
You know, all that crying's not going to bring him back, right? I mean, there are ways, but that's not one of them, as far as I know.
Is a
Mr. G, you got anything in that fancy book of yours that might help them out?
Not that I'd be willing to waste on that cow. No.
you
Well, she ain't a cow,
see
Mr. G.
Oh,
Trust me, I'm from a
if only
farm.
you
I see
knew.
the
I see
waiter.
plenty of cows.
The waiter eventually brings over a glass of Di Sorono on the rocks and hands it over. And you see she takes a drink out of it and Grazie.
Yep. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming.
You see that the waiter gives you a nod and heads back over to the bar. She says, my papa, he died of pneumonia. I was visiting family in Milan and he was pushed into the canal and he caught the pneumonia and at this point she begins weeping uncontrollably once again to the point where you can make out no words.
Is she with somebody else?
Yeah, she's with an older upper middle-aged woman who's just kind of sitting there with her trying to console her.
I will ask the middle-aged woman who pushed them into the canal. That sounds like a mob hit to me.
We don't know.
Hmm.
Maria seems to think that it was Rossini.
Who is
Alberto Rossini. But we have no proof.
Well, who is Rossini? Pray tell. We're not from here.
He's one of Mussolini's black shirts.
Ah, the black shirts. Yeah, you don't want to mess with them. What did he do? Did he stop one of their protests?
No. He is asleep
Where's-
on poor Maria. And I don't know why. I think that we have no proof of this. So please do not go and spreading this around.
Of course I wouldn't.
We'll
Well,
leave all that to you, dear lady.
Well-
You seem pretty adept at it.
she is spreading it around.
That's
Not
right.
us, to be honest. But
That's what I said.
well, better to just then forget about it. If you have no proof, and I mean, no offense, dear, but look at you. You probably can't even defend yourself. You're just gonna end up dead. Or worse. At least you have a body to bury.
Clay is
Most mob
grimacing and
hits.
just drinking.
You know, man.
Most mob hits don't even leave a
She's
body. They might
really-
only leave a head. So
You know, lady,
really, you're
what-
fortunate.
This is like the worst consoling I've ever heard.
I was gonna say, she's
What
really
I love-
nailing this.
What I love
I'm
best
being
about her,
very
miss,
nice.
is her bedside manner is second to nobody's. I love it.
Who was your grief
Moth, did you
counseling
see, what
coach?
Chris said?
Sherlock Holmes?
Wait,
Well,
no.
Did you,
I'm
Moss,
just
did you say
saying
what
you
Chris
have to
Ann
look
said?
at.
What's
What
that?
did she say?
She said everybody's voices are a little low.
Oh, let me see.
Maybe that's you, Chris Ann.
Well, she is a nugget, so maybe her hearing is impaired.
The sound waves
Ears
go
are
like
small.
this.
Yeah.
It's definitely not my
The sound
sound.
has to go like this. Try and catch it. But, you know, I was just being very helpful because you have to keep in mind that at least she has a body to bury and you know, like most people don't get a body to bury if it's a mob hit or a cartel hit or even back then. You know, so at least, she should count herself lucky. She got a body to bury. She knows what happened to him. She just stopped whining.
At this
You know-
point, the older woman just kind of nods and goes back to attending.
You know, ma'am, you should
attending
be
Maria.
happy, she was not eaten by a giant cockroach or something like that. That does happen from time to time, you know.
Clay is now building a house of cards because he's just trying to.
Oh, I'm still playing poker. What are you doing? I'm playing poker?
Well, half of our group is
I can
talking
do
or
both.
staring at the young woman.
I just wanted to be quiet.
And you see that Maria, given your impressive
on,
attempt
Toss.
to console her.
Move
Yes.
the music sound down.
Oh, is the music too loud?
Yeah, and then move everybody else up.
I already moved everybody else up. Is it still not loud enough?
So weird. Everybody sounds fine.
It just like if you click on the stream.
All right.
It,
How's that? Is that better?
all right, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
mine's at the
see.
same volume it always is.
Testing,
Yeah,
testing,
it's
testing.
not us. It's the OBS.
All right, I'm turning it down.
That is.
now. All right, is that better?
That is
Everybody?
better.
Testing,
That is
testing?
better.
All right.
That is better. We're good.
All right, very good. Thank you, Chrysanth. Seems more like the piano was too loud. Okay, I see. All right. Well, pardon me for recording my heart out on this on these two pianos.
You know,
at the
he
same time.
sprained his butt recording that piano for you.
I did. My little pianist fingers are worn down to the bone. So regardless of your
Clip it.
I feel like
very much sincere consoling,
I
she
feel
doesn't
like
seem
should...
at all any more comfortable or.
Well, can I at least roll charm to see if I charm them, or like roll?
You can. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will allow you to roll a charm roll, but it's going to be a very difficult roll, given the content of how.
I was
quirky.
telling the truth.
She's quirky.
And honestly, you have to think about like Camellia would think about this
Hold on a
as
second.
like coming from the mob.
You're letting her roll a charm roll on that with no negatives.
I already said it's going to be a hard roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dave got on the board with you saying the word hard. Oh no.
Very hard. All right, let's
Hard
roll charm.
pianist.
Ah, shit.
Well, would you like to spend 37 of your 71 luck to succeed? Okay.
No.
El
good.
Simpo is off duty
Yeah,
tonight.
at this point, she seems rather inconsolable, almost made worse by the idea of it being the mob as opposed to kind of just an unfortunate accident.
There's nothing wrong with a mob head, Jesus. Okay, I will ask for more alcohol to like, so that she can drink her sorrows away, and then slowly walk away, and then tell the group there's no helping her. She's pointless, and then I'll walk away.
But the best part is, did you pay for it, or is it going on her tab? I'm
It's going on her tab.
That's what I thought. I was like, insult to injury. I love it.
I want to try and fast talk her to make her go away. And I'm gonna spend a Eureka point.
This poor girl.
Try to fast talk the poor girl to go away?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, oh, it was definitely
Oh my God,
Wow.
Oh
You
my
know,
God,
dear,
dude.
it was most definitely the mob. I know their tactics, trust me. And you keep talking about it in public like this, and you most certainly will be next on their list of to-do, so to speak. So maybe you want to carry on with the mewing and then fuck off so nobody kills you.
Jesus Christ, you guys are horrible. By the way, thank you for Frost for 9 months, Chrysanth for 10 months. You know, I really got to thank that Frost guy whenever I meet him at some point.
He's a jerk.
And Fantastic Sarcastic for 8 months.
Woo.
You guys are
Freaking
awesome.
Game developer.
And you see with that success immediately they both stand up. The older woman
Oh, that's right, I got it.
motions to Maria to get up, and they exit the car without even giving you another glance.
Well, now let's play some poker, shall we?
Okay.
Golly.
Perfect.
Tear down the house
Perfect.
of cards and
I love it. I love
Everybody said something thoughtless and then sensitive, and it wasn't me.
it. And what's worse is that you went upstairs, you got up to go talk to her, and I was like, no, I got this.
You know, old boy.
Hold
I
my
love
beer.
your member
Hold my
message.
beer.
I have
love
news
your
to you.
member message. Amelia was very nice and heartwarming.
I put plenty of thought into what I said. There was nothing thoughtless about it.
Yeah.
Calculated almost.
What you said, what your intentions were very plain. All right, so you all sit there and you play cards, presumably for the next couple of hours.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Upon losing his next hand, Jimmy's gonna get up and follow the young lady, the grieving lady, and her attendant. I'm guessing it's her mom. I don't know.
He's gonna finish the job. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get up and you follow them, and you can see that they are making their way back to their sleeping car.
I'm not trying to actually be seen by them, so I'm just staying a safe distance back.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy,
basically-
or are you just being?
I'm trying to be casual. I'm flying casual. I want
Casual.
to try to wait until they get into their room and maybe, listen in, see if I might pick up any more juicy gossip.
Okay. I guess go ahead and give me a listen roll as you wander by their cabin.
Okay. I will burn a Eureka point. Here it
You have
comes.
like an 86 listen or something like that.
Extreme
only
success.
80.
Extreme success. All right.
Okay. So you over here, with your limited amount of Italian that you know, supplemented by your decent knowledge of Spanish, you can tell, I mean, they're basically just talking about the events and how it happened, how she had to cut her holiday in Milan short and is returning home for her father's funeral. You can tell that you hear the name Alberto Rossini
They're still
mentioned a
talking
couple
about
of
that shit
times,
after I intimidated the shit out of them with my fast talk.
and you hear, well, they're in private now.
Yeah, they left back to their room. He followed them. He went.
They're still gonna die.
And you also hear them mention the name Giorgio.
George, do I know that name?
Would you have a reason to? I don't think. You probably wouldn't know the name unless
Okay.
you just so happen to know a Giorgio. But they're not very specific in how they talk about him.
I'm just trying to see if I picked up on anything connected to our current case.
No. It seems pretty well unrelated.
Okay, well then I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and fuck off back to the card game.
Nice. Hey, by the way, everybody in chat, if you were a member, you could send one of those shiny green messages to us too. Just saying.
Hell yeah.
Or more importantly, you could send Eurekas to us.
Well, that too. Or you could, I don't know, pick on us.
Almost dice.
You don't have to pick on Crescent. She's gotten enough of that. You can pick on us.
Pick
I
on
just
Jimmy.
burned-
He likes it.
I just burned one to learn nothing.
Yay!
I learned one to make
Georgia.
that lady go away so she can still talk about stuff that's gonna get her killed.
Nice. Wow.
Well, I'm sure that we'll have to probably deal with her once we get, I'm sure it'll be on the news or something.
So we're gonna have.
And I'm sure she'll get killed.
Well, we're gonna have to deal with more black shirts when we get to Venice anyway. So just.
And if that is the case, then I hope that they don't leave a body behind so that she can learn her lesson.
Oh,
Yeah.
and just so you guys know, this is Maria. Only much more covered.
Got it.
Aw.
Where's her chest and her knees?
Yes.
Huh.
This is back before the days
that's not
that
bad.
women got their tits lifted all the way up to their chin.
But hey, first of all, not all women have their boobs up to their chin.
I'm not saying they all did.
Okay?
No, Jimmy would simp for that, definitely.
Jimmy would. I was gonna.
Jimmy
I
would
thought
simp for
Jimmy
anything
was.
with breath.
Yeah, I thought Jimmy was gonna go there to try and get her to read a book with him.
A breath in a
No.
book.
No,
good
man,
luck with
not till after marriage.
Or unless you set an appointment.
Well, or if I get coerced into it by two older gentlemen.
right. So
yeah, that sounded bad.
So you all continue with your poker game. The train eventually pulls in to station in Venice at 5:05 p.m. You look outside the windows and you can tell that it is already dark. Porters from all of the major hotels are here at the station, eagerly waiting customs during the off-season winter months. Go ahead and give me a listen roll, if you would.
All of us are Yimmy.
All of you. Well, actually, no.
Oh, never
just
mind.
India, Clay,
Oh.
or no, well, not India, but Camellia, Clay, and Jimmy.
What the
Regular
fuck?
success.
Why don't I get to hear?
I succeeded.
For reasons.
Mm.
Success, hard success. Okay. You all hear the tolling of bells off in the distance. Specifically reminiscent of Dream Lausanne.
Oh,
Oh. Huh.
Oh,
nothing looks similar
I'll-
in the
I'll
sky.
look-
there.
I'll look around carefully. Do I spot the count?
Train got awfully loud.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Here, let me turn that down. Go ahead, give me a spot hidden roll if you want.
Okay, hold on. I need to do this first.
Shouldn't I
Hard
still be able to
success.
hear the thing?
I
Just
mean, you
not
can
know what it is.
you can hear the bells.
I would have liked to have gained a listen roll later.
All right, so
you got a fast
yeah,
start.
you look around and you can see that there are tons and tons of people moving around, porters grabbing luggage, people disembarking the train. Nowhere around do you see the Duke. In fact, based on just the way that people are walking around and acting, you'd guess that they're acting relatively normally. It doesn't seem like the same drone-ish behavior that was displayed when you were in the dream world. And as you all are standing there, you see Maria disembark along with the older woman who she was with. And you see approaching her is a man. He is somewhere in here. Let's see. I gotta find his picture. Here he is. You see this fine gentleman approaching her along with 6 other individuals, black shirts. And they all approach her, and you can see that she kind of shrinks into herself a little bit and kind of looks away. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden as well.
Why he got titty pockets?
Why not?
It's part of
All rage.
the nationalist uniform over in Italy.
Do I get the spot hidden too?
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm here.
Okay, so I don't see
Percent
anything.
says, I thought that was a mannish woman, like a lunch lady.
It kind of does look like a lesbian, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got titty pockets.
So those of you who succeed, you can see that there is yet another man who is eyeing the two of them. And he is absolutely seething. This gentleman right here. You can see him with his large nose, but he is watching kind of from the corner as the black shirts approach Maria.
The way I have it set up on my screen looks like he's like, "What the hell's up with them titty pockets?"
So he's out of sight, kind of like around a corner, you said?
Yeah, so he's kind of just watching off to the side.
I had an extreme success or hard success, so I definitely
And
something. Right?
Gasparetti, her last name was not Gasper. Okay, so not related, but possibly a love interest or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Clay
I
doesn't
don't
get
see him.
because
Oh, you know what I need to do is like unclick the identified thing because you don't know what his name yet. His name is yet.
Move the
Yeah.
titty guy next to
Giorgio gets
I see.
next to that guy, Moss.
I do see Senor Titty Pockets, but I don't see Giorgio.
Oh, are you talking about moving them? He's
No,
like,
other
"Who's this
way.
fucking
you
guy?"
may have
Other
closed
way.
the other one.
No,
accidentally.
it's open, or somebody got it open. Oh, maybe it's yeah,
What are you
like that.
talking about?
That's how I had it. Look at the you ruined it. Whoever just moved it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maz did.
He had Giorgio
The
on the
worst.
right, and the
The
other
guy
on
was
the
looking
left.
at Titty Pockets guy.
So the guy that is hidden does he appear to also be a black shirt or anything like that?
You can tell that he's actually, as he's standing there, you can tell that he's actually dressed in sort of more modest clothing. It's a little dirty, a little tattered. He's probably, a lower class laborman, but you can tell that he is just seething. And as they approach, you can tell Alberto, he reaches out and tries to grab for Maria, and she kind of pulls her arms away, as if, he's trying to get her to come with him.
You know what?
And you
Jimmy's
can
gonna step in.
Okay, and what do you say?
He's gonna white knight. Oh goodness! I've been looking all over for you, Miss Maria. Can we talk? Excuse me, Mister. I'm just gonna push on past Titty Pockets, and just sort of start guiding her away. This is like.
Do you think anyone else who's ever played this has called that guy Titty Pockets?
Probably not. No, probably not.
I'm a pretty
and you can
unique
see,
individual. I think.
As you
I'm okay with
try
it.
to lead Maria away, you feel a hand on your shoulder and attempt to spin you around. He says,
right round.
"Yes, I would have your name and your address, please."
Oh golly, Mister! I ain't really from round here.
A foreigner. Maria, do you know this man? And she looks over at you, Jimmy, and then back at Alberto, and she says, "Oh, yes, he was a friend of my late mother."
I will go to a train attendant and say, "Hey, they're starting a fight over there. Can you please call the police?"
You
Policia.
see the train attendant nods and rushes inside the station. And at this point, Alberto, he kind of gives you an evil look. And he says, "We will see about that." At which point he wheels around and his 6 attendants wheel around with him, and they make their way out of the station.
Nice.
And Maria looks at you, Jimmy, and says, "Oh, grazie. I really did not want to go with Alberto. He is a horrible man.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
He is
Much obliged, ma'am. I could
smelly.
definitely sense that things weren't going so well for you. And he was just a right villainous looking fella. I couldn't stand to see him put his paws all over you.
He thinks he has some right to me. And my father did not like him either."
Clay is heading over to this
Yeah,
Giorgio person while this is happening.
Dear girl, I have a question.
Okay.
What sort of man has Titty Pockets?
He is one of Mussolini's black shirts. He holds a high seat in the government.
I guess that explains everything.
Maybe the size of the pockets denote the level of rank, Mr. G.
Well, I think we should move. I suggest you don't stay at your house, because he'll know where to find you.
I have nowhere else to go.
I guess you're just coming with us for now.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion roll. And while you're doing that, Clay, you said you're going over and talking to Giorgio.
Yeah, he's just going to kind of get close and
I
hold
rolled
out.
a 2.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Of course you. Jimmy, are
Hold
you
out,
going to show her your library?
Cigarette case and offer him cigarettes and say, It looks like you don't like that man much more than any of us do. Black shirts.
He takes a cigarette and he sticks it in his mouth, and he lights a match off of his boot and lights a cigarette, and he says, "Americans, I did not expect aid from an American today. Thank you."
You're welcome. Friend of yours? Point to Maria.
Of sorts, yes.
And look over and see that she's being kind of like evidently kind of coddled into going with the group. He is going to hand this guy a card and say, "We may be leaving, but it sounds like she may be coming with us." So, and hands him one of his cards and says, "This is my address in the city. You may be able to find us there if you need to get in touch with her."
All right, so
thank
Simpin
you.
Slytherin sent $100 to Sevvy to see how she sees fit. So I will give so it's 5 Eureka points for 100, and it's double for Streamlabs.
Holy
So
shit.
I will say, I'll give an Eureka point to Frost, to JT, to Chris,
Bravo.
and then me. No, actually, I'll spread it around. So there's 2, 2, 2. So JT, you get 2, Frost, you get 2, Chris, you get 2, and I'll get the
Nice.
rest.
Well, thank you, Simpy
Thank
and
you.
Sevvy.
Very sweet of both of you.
Yes.
And it's
We got
very
some
nice.
residual simp. I don't know. What would that be? Area of effect simping?
Ugh, I
Maybe
don't
just
know
2
if I like that.
miracles.
AOE
Well, 2
simping.
miracles is. No, because I don't want to give it to Moss. And
Oh, come on.
also, and
F
also, Nomi's not here.
That is true.
Keep them. Use them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Trickle down symphonics. Thank you, this eccentric. They're very nice.
Ugh. Please don't use the word simp and trickle in the same sentence, please.
That's
Too late, he
perfect.
did
That
it.
is absolutely perfect. So, so Camellia, you with your extreme success, you see both she and the older woman kind of give you a nod and says, "Unfortunately, we do not have a car. Do you have a ride that we might be able to take to your house? You have a pensione here in town."
Clay, do you have a house here? Are we crashing at a hotel again?
He's coming back after talking to that young man, introducing himself, giving him the card, and coming back and saying, "Yes, we have a modest home here. This was Beatrice's favorite place. That's where her family came from."
Okay. Well, then
You
there
say that
go.
out loud?
Yes, and when he says modest place, this is the place he
see-
spent most of his money on. It is massive.
You see that the older lady kind of gets a little bit of a glint in her eye as you say your ex-wife's name.
Mm,
Oh, maybe she recognized him. Do
Either
we
that or-
all see?
either
I am
that or
Asadi.
she
I am Asadi.
recognized
You
a good
said
deal.
Beatrice was your wife's name.
Yes.
They call me Bis, but Beatrix is my name. That's what a coincidence. And you can
Smile
see she kind of give me a psychology roll, actually.
trying to get her hooks into you, Mr. York.
Yeah.
Regular success. You can tell that she is looking at you with interest.
Interesting interest. He's kind of just trying to keep stone-faced. So yeah, they do have a villa. I didn't know where it would be. Moss, you can pick out where it would be. It's nicer than his place in New York because he spent a heck of a lot of money on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a palatial villa outside of town. It's a villa in town.
Okay.
But it is a very nice place with a lot of room because they used to have a lot of guests over.
It sounds like she is a gold digger. I agree. Chad's saying, "This is the old woman, right? This is not Maria. The old woman
This is
has
the-
a twinkle."
Old woman, yeah. And she's not old. You'd guess she's probably in her 50s or so.
Somebody's gonna have to take care of her.
She ain't playing with the broke author.
Gonna be sleeping with the fishes in that river with her husband.
Let's see. So, let me see. I'm gonna share this with you.
Yeah, Orman, it was his wife's desire because we spent a lot of time here.
Okay, did that come up for you guys?
Mm-hmm. Nice
Okay.
black and white map.
All right, so there is Venice. And you can tell that a low mist hangs over Venice. The place is a narrow maze of canals and narrow alleyways that you could easily get lost in. But there is a certain, I don't know, there's a certain rustic beauty to the place.
They ever get floods, like hurricanes or
Hurricanes? I don't know about
waves.
hurricanes. I would assume that floods are pretty common in Venice, but I don't really know a whole lot about Venice, to be honest with
I
you.
wonder if stuff sinks.
Buildings do.
That's what I mean. I remember in Spider-Man, it was all wet in one of them buildings.
Okay, and actually, from last session, I meant to get you guys some information because you made some library use rolls that I wanted to get you a little bit of information on. So, let's see. Gore, you had asked about something specific to blood magic.
Yes. Blood magic.
And you find references specifically out of certain cults in medieval Europe where they were able to graft skin or mold skin to sort of like a desired proportion, almost to change the appearance of or to distort in a certain way or to augment in a certain way. The amount that you were able to find, you feel as though given the information that you got from about the Last Crusade, not Indiana Jones, but the Fourth Crusade, you would guess that you might be able to find a little bit more information on that once you get closer to Constantinople, somewhere in Turkey. You might be able to find some more information on that.
Okie dokie.
And then Jimmy and Clay, you all were looking for something about warding magic, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dave. He says I have the best Italian accent he's ever heard.
Never trust Dave. It's usually a hidden insult in there somewhere.
Well,
I
he
never
said heard in big letters, and we know Dave is a little hard of hearing, he said. So I think there may be a joke there.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing we don't put this out in podcast form. So you all were looking for something pertaining to warding magic. You found some information also pertaining to certain cults around the Constantinople and Turkey in general area, where people could almost harden their skin and turn it almost scaly in a way to be able to absorb some sort of an impact. Again, this is something that you feel as though you might be able to get a little bit more information on closer to Turkey.
Okay. Interesting. Now I just want to say, Venice, just like Indiana Jones did.
All right. And at that, Bis and Maria are acquiescing to staying with you all. Bis actually says, I will stay at the house. Maria, contact me if you need me. Okay? To which Maria gives a little nod. And you all head your separate ways. I assume you all probably pick up a cab. Is that right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a cab or two, but we should also probably while we're here. What time of day is it? 5? you said? So evening?
Yeah, it's just after 5 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so probably not time to hit a market or anything on the way for extra food. We'll probably have to go out and eat something somewhere. Okay.
Okay. And at that, Giorgio actually comes up to you and says, "Would you mind if I joined you? I just want to make sure that Maria is okay."
If Maria doesn't mind, I don't mind.
You see that she actually reaches out and grabs Giorgio's hand.
All right.
Oh, broken heart.
I mean, if
Jimmy was trying to move in on that.
if we need food, old boy, we can always call a Talia cart to deliver some. No.
We can find someone in the street that will go shop and get things for us. Yes.
Giorgio says, "I hear that the restaurant Pilsen is they have great risotto."
That's near the plaza.
Mm-hmm. And then Clay, would that be along the canal?
Yeah, it's
Not
kind
an
of
apartment. It's
very
a
place.
villa.
Yeah, it's a villa, an in-town villa, which is basically a separate building that has its own top roof and all that stuff.
Oh.
It's not a massive villa out like Roman Hill in the country, but it's a nice place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's bigger than his brownstone in a way.
All right. And so you all make your way to the apartment and you settle in. You can see that Maria looks a little bit uncomfortable. She's still grasping what you can now see as a locket. And her knuckles are white grabbing hold of it. And she's had a tear or two running down her cheeks basically this entire time. But this is the end of the day. Is there anything you all would like to do as you arrive in Venice?
I whisper over to Chameleon. I say, I thought we got rid of these whiny babies. Ah, good Lord.
There might be more to it. Let's see. So I will ask Play, where are the casinos in Venice?
That's not something that we usually went to. Do they have? Is all that stuff underground now that the fascists are kind of in control, or is that something that you can still go, nightlife for tourists?
That is not a question I saw coming.
You didn't think I was gonna ask where the mob is?
By the way, old boy,
No,
do you have a
it's just
house
not
in
casinos.
every fucking city we go to? I mean, how many of these books did you sell, for God's sake?
I sold a
York's
lot of books.
Mr. York's a prolific author of many books.
Well, they might be.
So you
go ahead.
So you would know that actually, thanks to a little bit of research from Google on my part, Mussolini actually did not mind casinos.
Okay.
So there were.
Chameleon's like, he's not so bad.
Yeah, because he probably had a nice cut from those fucking.
This guy, he's
Like
not
this
so
Mussolini
bad.
guy, he's not so bad. Like
At least the trades run on time.
yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But to Gore's question, this is the farthest east in Europe that we have any sort of a dwelling, or I guess I own them now.
All right. So
if there's a casino, actually Giorgio might know.
Giorgio, he says, yes, there is one close to the Piazza San Marco. A small place, but you can find your gambling there if that's
Get
something
your
you are
bet
looking
on.
for.
Then I suggest we wash ourselves up, eat, and then do whatever.
Okay.
And he's going to look at Maria and Giorgio. Would you like to accompany us to dinner? Or would you like to lay low here?
At this point, sorry, I'm looking up different stuff on Sirenscape.
No, that's fine.
At this point, she says, "No, I am in no condition to be going out into a public. Please, if you don't mind, I would stay here."
And he is going to lead them into the master bedroom, where he never goes. The room, it's like the other house. All the paintings, all the pictures, everything are all stacked away. The walls are pretty much bare. Everything's covered in sheets, but it's a nice master bedroom. It has the balcony, and just tell her to take that. He grabs himself pillows and stuff and throws them on the couch for later. There are other bedrooms, but he's used to the couch.
It has been a little while since you've been in here.
It's been 3 years since I've been here. I have a boy and a woman who come here to keep it clean and keep people out.
Yes, of course. Grazie once again for letting us, or letting me stay here for now. And with that, you all make your way down to the casino. This casino.
Oh no! Before we leave, I look back and I go, "Oh dear girl, if you're going to stay here, watch out for the mob, okay?" And then I leave.
All right.
Say, Giorgio. Jimmy is gonna sidle up to Giorgio.
He acknowledges you.
You a reading man, Giorgio?
A little bit, yeah. But on the economic side, but...
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you ought to know. My book collection is massive. And I'm gonna be looking over at Maria while I say that.
Okay.
And with that, I'll turn and leave.
Okay. Tell you what, give me like a... Oh, man. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to intimidate him? Are you trying to kind of charm her?
But that's I'm both at the same time, obviously.
Okay. Your choice. Just give me one of those.
Okay.
Intimidate or charm?
My charm is really high. My intimidate is not so much. So yeah, I'm gonna go with charm. And what the hell? Let's burn a bonus dice to do it.
Oh my God.
Oh shit! Jimmy's thirsty.
Jimmy's thirsty. Oh wow!
No.
You see, Giorgio, he kind of he looks at you and he says, "Have you read the Communist Manifesto?"
Well, no, sir. Better dead than red, I say.
With that, he kind of gives you a strange look. He says, "Perhaps you should read it."
Well, sir, that's the one book I won't open. And I say good day. And I'm going to turn on my heels.
I said good day.
He's a whore for every other book. That one never. As we're leaving, Clay is just gonna reach out and scruffle Calvino and just whisper to him, just watch over them.
Wow, Chrysanthemum's getting spicy on you, Chris.
Oh,
Jimmy can read.
it's like his number one character trait. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he just finds all the books with the best pictures, and it just happens to be the book that they're looking for.
He's read like 4 books. What the hell?
All right, so you all make your way down to the casino, and this is the Casino Nobile.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep, the horror host. I agree with Jimmy. He says, "Thank you for the $10." Casino
Die, commie, die.
Nobile. So I don't have any pictures of the
He's read
Casino
half of those
Nobile.
books with hookers. Okay, Dave.
But as you make your way in, it turns out this is actually sort of a Victorian style building.
Oh, okay. So it's
Large-
kind of like an old building that was transformed into a casino after it was something else before, maybe?
Yeah, Yeah, you can tell that this was definitely a much older building than its current function suggests. But it's you can see it's got large columns that stretch upwards towards the roof and hold up a large, what looks to be probably a stone awning, and a large set of stairs that leads up towards the building itself. Very grandiose type of building.
Does this work, Camellia?
Yep. Assuming this generally what would be where we can find the mob. So information about those people that we ran into.
What do you mean by those people, little girl?
The black shirts.
Oh, those people.
What do you mean, Mr. Chi?
The fascists, not the communists. Potato,
Okay.
potato.
Right,
All right.
yeah.
So you make your way in, and you can see that this place is relatively lively going into the later hours of the day. Several waiters walk around in pressed blazers with brass buttons, and they carry around several drinks and minor food items, minor snacks. And several patrons walk around in almost like a black tie type of affair.
Excellent. And Clay is just going to look at everyone and just say, you have money, I'm assuming, and is Camellia, you're going to go work with your contacts?
Yeah, I'm just gonna gather information.
Do you need Jimmy to go with you?
No. I think I will be okay. You guys
Alright.
can enjoy the view.
Okay. And we left India back at the house, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll say that she
Still
is staying
grumpy?
back and yeah, she's still grumpy
Babysitting.
and she's babysitting.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess while she's doing that, just spend time dilly-dallying and enjoying, just sitting around watching people, listening to conversations, maybe play a few games. No serious gambling for
Okay.
Clay.
Okay.
Right.
And go ahead.
So what I want to do is I want to find a waiter that looks like they know the lay of the land here, not a newbie or anything like that. So they can
Okay.
hopefully point me in the right direction.
Yeah, give me a psychology roll.
Psychology roll? Are you trying to change it up on me, thinking I don't have a good psychology? Well, I have a 100 in psychology, I'll let you know.
I know. I got to make you roll for it anyway, just in case you fumble.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you see a guy. He's probably in his late 30s. Slick back hair, clean shaven. He walks around with a very confident air about him, although his nose is quite big.
That happens to Italians.
Thank
I
you.
will go towards him.
And he approaches you and says something in Italian, which you can translate with your limited knowledge as drink? Question mark.
I will say yes, please. Now flash my signet ring to him.
You see, he looks down at the signet ring and he raises an eyebrow. Un momento. And he makes his way out of sight for a little bit and makes his way through a swinging door off to the side. And it is a couple of minutes. And he comes back over to you and says, please, if you would follow me.
Of course, thank you. I will follow him.
All right. And he sets you down at a roulette table.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah. And you can see that there's a couple people at this table already. But as soon as there's an older gentleman who comes out, black suit, bow tie, you can see he's got a little mustache. Very German looking. Just kidding.
Very German looking.
You son
But
of a bitch.
he sits down, and as soon as he does, you look and see the other people at the table. Their eyes get a little big, and they all gather their chips and get up and move off from the table to another table. And with that, you see he pulls some chips out of his pocket and begins clinking them on the table expectantly.
I will say, pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm Camelia Spaziani. They call me Roulette from Chicago. The Corleone family.
Ah, the Corleone family. What brings you to Italia?
A mission, unfortunately, that will drag me all the way to Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah,
This is interesting.
it usually is.
What would the Corleone family need from someone such as myself?
Just information. I'm not too familiar with some of the black shirts that are around, particularly a man called Alberto, Alberto Rossini. I don't want to create any waves or anything, and I just looking some information to stay under the radar. You understand?
And with the mention of the name Alberto Rossini, he raises an eyebrow a little bit. What do you need to know about Roberto? He is a very powerful man.
Apparently, it seems like he's infatuated with this lady, young woman, Maria, I guess. And it is said that he killed her father. He seems to be very intent on her and her companions, and she seemed to have made some acquaintances with some folks in my group. So I really want to make sure to stay clear of him, if all possible.
The black shirts are responsible for many things, many beatings. Murder, I have not heard about. But I can keep an eye. Are you looking for protection?
Yes. Or at least a way out of, if things get dicey.
We are at the wrong table for dicey.
But I like it.
He says, perhaps we can arrange something. What do you have to offer me?
Well, let's see. I probably have $100 on me, so I can put that on the table. Now we'll say I can get goods shipped here from the Corleone family with regards if you need anything.
What sorts of goods? What do you have access to?
Well, we have access to flamethrowers if you need one, or any type of guns. I think, like, they did. Well, I do have a flamethrower with me. So,
You are a weapon smuggler.
yes. We don't deal with drugs. It's number one rule in the Corleone family. Other than that, we're all good.
Interesting. And with this, you see he holds out a very heavily ringed hand and says, Lorenzo.
Okay.
Lorenzo De Luca.
All right, so I will probably kiss his signet ring because I think that's probably the right thing to do because that's what they do in the mob. So I will do that and I will bow. It's like pleasure to meet your acquaintance, sir.
Camelia Spaziani. A pleasure
Yes.
to meet you as well. I will be in touch. Tell me, where are you staying?
I will tell him my address.
Very good. I will send the man over.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, and I will say, with your permission, and I'll leave.
He nods and places down a couple chips, and you see the operator, I don't know what the conductor, whatever, of the roulette game spins the wheel, and he just kind of goes on about it.
Yep.
And what are the rest of you doing?
Like gambling. Just
Yep.
observing people, taking notes, listening to conversations, getting fuel for writing mostly, but also doing a little bit of gambling.
Okay.
I'm paranoid and I want blood, so I'm looking if there's anybody weird or checking us out or
Can
following
he smell blood? Moss, is he so obsessed with blood that he can smell it? Because
Well, is it-
I'm sure there's a lot of women walking around that might be menstruating.
He's like a
Not a
bear.
hard success.
So you
He's worse
you look
than a bear.
around this casino and you spot so many people just full of blood. Like they are just brimming with it.
I'm looking for people just scoping us out and being weird
Oh.
as well.
At this point, you look around and you can see Camellia actually gets up from a table where there's another gentleman sitting. And you can see that there are a number of people who are standing around in various spots around the casino, kind of eyeing her as she walks away.
Kind of like
But-
they work for the people and they're keeping an eye on her, or
You would
different
guess so.
kind of. Okay.
Yeah, you would guess so. A couple of them actually have their hands in their jackets.
Okay.
But as far as anybody looking at you all, maybe anybody of the Turkish persuasion or, anything like that.
Or communists.
Or missed.
I mean, there's communists everywhere. This is 1920s Europe.
Oh God. Why?
But yeah, I would imagine that just about anybody in this casino is probably not a communist because they've got money.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, you don't really see anybody. Clay, go ahead and give me a luck roll if you would.
Do a luck roll. Let's see where we're at here with luck. We don't have a lot of luck, but we'll see.
And what are you playing, by the way?
He is playing blackjack.
Blackjack. Okay.
So he's
All right.
successed.
Regular success. How much money do you put down?
Let's see. This is lira, right? So it's what 5 to 1. So he'll probably only be doing like $10. So 50 lira.
$10. I mean, that's a good bet. And you get a regular success. So I would say you probably pull back 20 lira.
Okay, great. And so he's just basically spending his time just kind of amusing himself playing, and that's about it.
All right. And Jimmy, what about you? Are you just kind of people watching? Are you gambling?
Just having the odd thought popped in my head. It's like giving a mob guy your address, always a good idea. But yeah,
But also,
Jimmy's
I
gonna.
am in the mob, so.
Yeah,
What?
but not all of us are. Jimmy's gonna see what he could get for $10 at the. He's also gonna do the. You know what? No, he's gonna go for the poker table.
What can we get for 63 cents?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
How much for one chip?
And let
Burning
me
Eureka.
roll something real quick here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's you and 4 other players. Wow,
yeah.
hard success. Hard success. Okay, and you said you're playing for $10?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll
And freedom
say
buck.
with a hard success, you stay in and everyone at the table stays in for the entire river. And at the end, everybody flips over their cards and there you are with a royal flush. Everybody stands up and gets incredibly angry. A couple of them slam the table as you rake in all of these chips. You collect 50 lira.
Oh, very nice. All right.
And I thought Jimmy's luck was
You
like
say
tanked.
that until you find out how much 50 lira is. It's probably like $20.
It's
Oh wait, no. So
$10.
you put down $10, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
he
50 lira.
So you would put in so you would pull back 250 lira then.
Okay, there it is. So he's got $50, which is a good amount
Yeah.
of money.
That's a lot of
way
money.
Yeah.
better. I was gonna be like, he just made
Wait a
nothing.
minute. You came back, it's a 1-to-1 win ratio.
I
That's
know.
not good.
Yeah.
He just funded his farm for the next year.
There you go. I just remember it was India who had like her luck really low, wasn't it? Because she spent all her luck.
Yeah.
That's right. For some reason, I thought that was Jimmy. Never mind. Jimmy's still lucky.
Is he?
No, he did spend like 33 luck on one silly roll the other day, I think.
Oh yeah, I definitely did
I can't
that.
even remember what role was that.
I don't know, but it wasn't worth 33. Whatever the
But I
hell
mean,
it was.
he's still got 52 luck, so he's doing pretty well.
Oh, he's doing all right. Well, he rolled a lot back, I think. Didn't he get like a 9 or a 10 back or something?
I got a 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Not $10. Brian C says over on YouTube, $10 in 1923 is $184.39 today.
Like I said, he
Oh
was
my
able
God,
to fund his
dude.
farm for a year with that money.
That's crazy.
It'll never happen, Tomix. We'll never win that hard unless.
That's
Sevvy
right.
can win.
Yeah, Jimmy impressed the theater guy. That's
Oh,
right. Hey,
that's what it was. Yeah.
it got you a role in the play or in the opera.
Yeah.
There you go.
It worked out well.
And a torso.
Yeah, that too.
And
You're
a
gonna
numb hand and a hairy chest or whatever you got.
All right.
You got
so,
a stranger is what he got.
is there anything else that you would like to do? Do you want to keep gambling? Do you want to head back to the apartment? What's the plan here?
I'd
we
like
should
to
get
win
dinner.
some money. I'm gambling
Mhm.
too.
Okay, what
Yeah.
game are you playing?
I think after we
Poker?
do that, we should go eat.
You're playing poker? Okay. Go ahead and
Totally
give
gonna
me a
lose my
luck
money.
roll.
This is the gambling episode, ladies and gentlemen.
I really should have did the thing. Yeah, I should have
Okay.
did the thing.
How much you? I guess I should have asked before you rolled.
It
How much
was
you- how
10.
much
I was
you-
doing $10 worth.
$10. Yeah,
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the guy next to you, he unveils a pair of nines for trip nines, and he
This
takes
is
the pot.
fucking bullshit.
And it was
Fucking bastages.
You fucking bastards. You violated my motherfucking rights, you ice holes.
perfect Italian.
All right. So, you all make your way back to Clay's pensione, and or villa rather. And is there anything else you'd like to do for the night, or are you all just kind of going
Make
to
sure
sleep?
everything
and-
is.
Hey,
in
Miss Maria,
place
I
and set
won
right.
real big at the casino.
Really, Jimmy?
That's right.
I bet you
You're
did.
looking at the proud owner of 250 lira.
With that, she kind
Bet
of
your
like.
communist cookbook doesn't know anything about that.
Are you talking to India or are you talking to?
Oh, did you say Maria?
Yeah, sorry, the
Oh.
Italian girl.
Oh, I was thinking because India's name is India
Maria
Maria.
Stagliani.
Yeah, Maria Stagliani. $250 or lira.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good pull. Perhaps you can buy us all dinner for tomorrow.
Well, at least two of us.
Well, I'm sure you and Giorgio will have a great time.
Stop, what? But Jimmy sputters
You just hear-
indignantly.
I don't
Clay
know, boy,
laughing
but
from the kitchen.
I'm pretty sure she just called you a gay boy.
Oh, golly, I ain't too happy about this.
All right. So, you all go to bed and wake up the
I read the
next
book.
day. You read your book and
Someday it'll be 3 weeks.
pull something up. Okay. So you wake up the next morning. Camellia. Is Camellia in here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't have my OBS pulled up, so I can't see who's on there.
No
and who's
worries.
not. I need more monitors, guys. I really do.
Get more monitors.
I need to set. You know what I need to do is probably set up a Throne account, so that way everybody can buy everything for me.
There
That would
you
be
go.
awesome.
Monitors,
awesome.
RAM.
Whatever you do,
RAM.
don't
Oh
use
my God.
PayPal.
Dude, if I could get a mountain ram, how awesome would that be? It'd just be in my house, just running around ramming the walls. It'd be great. Sorry, that was terrible. I'll never do that again. So
Yes, you will.
yes, I will.
Second one for the night.
I cannot be trusted. So you all wake up the next morning. Maria says she wakes up and she stretches and she says, "I'm sorry, but I need to go back to my home. I need to get at least some clothes and run a few errands before the funeral in a few days."
I think you should have somebody go with you so you're not.
Jimmy, old boy, help
I
the
was
old
gonna say-
hang out here.
You hear a
I'm
loud sound as Jimmy trips over himself to volunteer. I'll go with you.
Perfect.
Yes, of course, Jimmy. And with that, she heads out. I assume, Jimmy, you follow?
Yeah.
As they just clear the door, I go, Jimmy, old boy, you're going to bring your boyfriend with you?
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. G.
Oh, but Maria does.
Let's go,
And with
Miss
that, she
Maria.
kind of gives you a little look. And you can see she's just kind of like, the look on her face is kind of absent. You can see that she's lost in thought somewhere. But she's just kind of going about the motions at this point.
I have that effect on women.
She is gonna get kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best place to pick up women. Funerals, you know, when they're in mourning. It's just.
I thought that was weddings, not.
Oh, he's learning. It's all just pray.
He's learning, all right? Baby steps.
I mean, who wants to read books at a funeral?
He just reaches into the vase of water and slicks his hair back before he walks into the funeral parlor.
Cowlicks.
Just, how you doing? Oh, God.
All right.
Did you ever see the movie Wedding Crashers? But it's like funeral crashers.
There you go.
That's basically what this sounds like. Yeah, it's like, oh, she's mourning, perfect. She's vulnerable. I'm gonna get in her pants.
Tunes knows.
Needs
There's
a soul
more
she'll
vulnerable
cry on.
funerals, he says. You're right. There you go. Wow.
All right. So, what are the rest of your all's plans for the day?
I am going to hold on. I closed it. I'm gonna suggest to the group that we go to. I mean, I'm assuming either the Academia or the Biblioteca Marciana to gather more information about where the next piece is.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So you all head out, and the first thing you notice is it looks like there's a couple newspaper stands, which
Ooh, I will
show
get a newspaper.
this. It says, Milanese man murdered. Police revealed this morning that prominent Milan businessman Arturo Faccia was 2 nights ago the victim in a bestial slaying, in a seemingly isolated incident. He had been at the La Scala with friends for the opening night of the Aida and had gone backstage to congratulate performers when he became separated from his companions. His mutilated body was discovered late yesterday by workmen on the roof of our cathedral. An official at the diocese said it was impossible for anyone to get up there at night. This is the devil's work. Milan police would not describe the wounds sustained, repeating merely that they seemed to be the work of a deranged degenerate. Residents of the city are warned to exercise caution at night. Signor Faccia was a widower without children. He had recently returned from a business trip to Turkey.
Oh
They
my god.
tasted lovely.
We
one
need
was
to
that?
look at this. So
And that-
he was found on the roof of the cathedral.
Mhm.
So you're saying in the Basilica San Marco?
No, this was back in Milan. This would be the Cathedral Il Duomo.
The one that we went to with the priest.
Yeah.
Which asshole was this
So-
that died though?
Faccia.
Yeah, I don't know. Which one was that?
Do we
though?
This
know
one
him?
was this was the one who
The voice
I guess-
guy?
this was the guy who had stolen
Oh,
Caterina
he ended up
Cavallero's
dead.
voice.
Good. Fuck
Mhm.
him. I didn't like him anyway.
And on
Hmm.
top of the cathedral, which is most unusual.
You guys do realize this means they probably tortured him to find out where we were, right? Although if he has no voice, what information can he give?
If they can. I don't even
Oh,
say it
wait.
out loud. It sounds stupid.
There are ways to get information from anyone if you know the right tricks, spells, you know, those sort of things.
Hmm.
Bibbidi
Well-
bobbidi boo.
Is there anything else in the newspaper of worthy of note?
Not today. Everything else seems pretty much business as usual.
Okay. Then, in that case, I continue to suggest we do some research.
Oh, my favorite.
Definitely.
Okay. So you remember from Beddoes' notes that Napoleon's arrival in Venice was back in 1797. And you said you were planning on heading to the what was it? The Biblioteca Marciana, I think is what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, I said one. Yeah, I said that one or the Academia, because I didn't know if the Academia would have stuff. But we can go to the Biblioteca first.
Okay. All right. So, I've still got casino sound effects going. Thank you, Sirenscape, by the way. Let me pull up the library, which is basically silent. All right. So you get to the Biblioteca, and this actually houses like, let me pull this up because there's actually quite a bit of information. You know that the Biblioteca houses over 550,000 printed volumes and 13,000 manuscripts, many of which are very rare and valuable.
Let's go to
the architecture. The architecture of this edifice, the former mint, echoes Constantinople, but it also built in high Gothic style with gargoyles at every corner and waterspouts.
On the way there, I asked someone, "Dandy Estate La Biblioteca." Sir,
They look, whoever it is that you're passing by kind of gives you a
Oh, God.
strange look. Biblioteca. And he points you in a certain direction.
grazie.
He points you toward the piazza, pretty close to where you were the night before.
Gore, that's how you end up in the canal with pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
All right. So as you make your way in, you can see that this library is.
What are you saying, old boy?
I'm saying that one of
Relative-
those people might shove you into the canal.
I thought that's what we keep you around for.
All right. So you can tell that this library is relatively busy. Although there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of tables around for the amount of tomes which line the shelves. A lot of natural light floods in, giving you plenty of light to read to your heart's content. Everybody who's taken part in this, I would say, go ahead and give me a quick library use roll.
But I didn't even tell you what I wanted. I am going to use a Eureka and a bonus die.
Okay.
Because I'd
Oh,
like
I just
something
figured.
nice.
Do I want to succeed with 2 luck?
Hey,
Nah,
get
dude.
the one of those extreme things.
Damn, Eldritch. Okay. So, you, with that successful library use roll, looking around, you actually find records seemingly referring to what was said to have been a plague that spread through the city after Napoleon's troops had entered. The plague was very strange, though. Victims experienced crippling pains in their left leg, but no physical cause could be found.
Where did this take place exactly?
Here in Venice. And
But
around...
was there a specific area which it emanated from?
No, there was never any information as to what caused it. All that's known about it is that people started experiencing these symptoms soon after Napoleon's armies occupied Venice.
I know.
Oh. So while they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then
I
if you
spent
want
2 luck to succeed.
You spent 2 luck to succeed? Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of following up on that, you actually find a second bit. Let's see. You find the official report of a Capitaine Guillaume Dubois. and you can tell that he was a young and energetic French officer in charge of the San Marco district in November of 1797, which, according to Gore's findings, was at the height of the plague. Clay, you speak French, yeah?
Yep.
You speak everything, pretty much.
A little bit of
Okay.
everything.
A little bit of
pretty well,
everything. So you, my friend, find this excerpt.
though.
Official report summary, Capitaine Dubois, 16 November, 1797. Sir, regarding the disturbances of the last 3 days, I must report that on the 13th of November, an unruly mob of Venetians gathered at the San Marco barracks gates. They defied my request to disperse. The reason they gave was that they wanted me to deliver one of my privates, Jean Boucher, to their hands. They claimed that he had caused this grievous plague that afflicts Venice by evil arts. They seemed to genuinely believe this superstitious nonsense. Defying my direct command to depart, they attempted to storm the barracks and seize Boucher. I ordered the men under my command to fire. The first volley was directed over the heads of the mob. No second volley was required as the crowd then dispersed. I then put the district under curfew. I interviewed Boucher and found him a docile soul of low intelligence and little enterprise. Why, the sole loot he has been able to gather on our glorious march across Europe is an odd porcelain leg. Boucher seems to think it's a prize, although I doubt any other man under my command would think so. The next day, a delegation of prominent Venetians of the district visited me and again requested Boucher to be tried for witchcraft. I imprisoned them as all the ringleaders of the mob. There, the matter rests. There will be no further such unrest in the district under my command. On the 15th November, that occurred, which I have described to you privately. I deal with this in detail in personal documents as not fitting for the subject of an official report. And there's an annotation from his senior officer, Major Hautemont, commending his prompt action in dispersing the mob without bloodshed.
We need to find this man's private journals.
Mm-hmm. Can we
It's
change Boucher to Beekler?
Sure. And so
Bobby
if you,
Boucher?
so go ahead. Right now, it's been probably about 2 to 3 hours of searching to find all of this information. If you want to dig a little bit deeper, it's going to cost you probably another hour or so. But go ahead and give me another library use roll.
I'm gonna use the bonus die for this.
I will use the other thing
Eureka.
because I'm pretty good as it is.
Still didn't do well.
Oh, another extreme success.
All right,
I
very good.
did not succeed, but that's
All right, Mr. G.
Let me reduce some of the.
All right. So, Eldritch, you find what you think to have been the actual personal journal of Capitaine Guillaume Dubois. However, it is written in French. So, with the help of Clay, you are able to discern.
I like discerning.
This. The Diary of Capitaine Dubois, 15 November, 1797. Returned home last night, the 14th, most satisfied with my actions in dispelling the riot. As Voltaire said, I have only ever made one prayer to God, a very short one. O Lord, make my enemies ridiculous, and God granted it. It was very satisfying to see the looks on those full Venetian faces as they were bundled off to prison. I hope their visit teaches them the comparative values of reason and superstition. At home, I found my chérie struck by the plague. The poor little waif is as brave as one of my soldiers, but her leg is crippled and twisted overnight. She is only 2 years old. She should not be thus afflicted. I returned to the prison and questioned the delegation leaders. They told me to talk to Boucher. So I questioned him again last night. I also pored over the strange artificial limb he so prizes. My leg ached as I handled it, and aches to this moment. Is it that mere sight of that truncated limb and porcelain stirred me some vestigial memory that in my agitated mind, so that it felt as if my own left leg were amputated? I took the leg from Boucher and tried to break it. It would not break. I tried to burn it. It would not burn. It is not porcelain, but some strange unyielding substance that not even diamond will mark. That damned delegation was right. It is something evil, although I defend Boucher. He merely carried it here. I'm not going to admit my folly to those Italian fools. I realized what to do at last. The idea was so fitting that I burst into a loud laugh. Last night, I buried that cursed leg in secret within the San Marco Basilica, under the black paving stone in the chapel of Saint Isidoro. To my delight, this morning, my dear little Cherie has recovered. She is as bright as ever. Today, I hear from the medical staff, too, that the plague is steadily abating in virulence. I have given orders that the delegation be quietly released. That fool Boucher waylaid me this afternoon. He wants compensation for his, quote, prize. That claim may long go unanswered.
Hey, old boy, do you think we can find the secrets on how to use this thing and keep it from crippling us if we find it?
That's why I was looking up some way to ward, because I know that other people and other creatures use these things without apparent ill effects. There must be a way, but I haven't found anything besides that disturbing mentions of scaly skin.
I'm sure they know some dark magic to protect themselves from it.
Hey guys, 36 likes reached. So
Nice.
that's a Eureka point for you guys.
Eureka!
Thank you, chat.
Thank you,
Thank you.
bastards.
You guys are great.
Yeah, even though you tried to raise up out of a pit and kill us.
You guys are friggin' awesome.
The best.
Around.
All right.
Nothing's going to ever keep us down.
Except the leg.
Yeah.
Well, San Marco Basilica is really close.
Do you have a shovel?
Probably, but I don't think we're going to be going into the Basilica in daylight and digging this up under the flagstones.
All right. So is that your next step? Is San Marco Basilica?
I mean, we can look.
Or is there any other research you want to conduct?
Oh, we should. Oh, yeah, more research.
Okay. So right now it's probably about 11 o'clock in the morning. Another hour or so.
Is there any way to rip this page out so no one else can gain this knowledge?
Yeah, the library is a little busy right now. But if you wanted to give me a quick stealth roll.
Let me see what my stealth is before I do. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to spend one of those Eurekas that we just got and try and stealthily either erase or rip out this page and be done with it. Oh, look at me. I'm just perfect. Extreme success.
So without hesitation and without noise, even more importantly, you quietly rip this journal page out of this book and close it and replace it back onto the shelf. Everybody else in the library is none the wiser.
Perfect. Well, no one else will be finding out where it is, that's for sure.
I feel like Eldridge is the kind of guy who would like do the Mr. Bean thing where he's like coughing while he rips it, just to cover up the sound of the paper ripping.
That all depends, old boy. It all depends.
Well, the Basilica is not far from here, but I mean, if there's other research we need to do before we break to go get ourselves some food.
Well, we could look up a way to protect ourselves from this damn thing.
Well, of course.
That is true. It would be helpful to know if there's a way to carry it without being exposed to the plague.
In fact, we should probably go to the academia place as well before we attempt to retrieve this stinking leg. Cursed leg, whatever kind of leg you want to call it. Legba.
And is The academy, is it literally just like a university, or what is that?
The only one that I can think of. Did I give you anything specific? Because there's the Kafuscari University.
It just
you wanna
says
go
on the
there.
map that you gave us the academia is number 7 off to the left on the map.
Let me pull that map back up real quick.
It might be university.
Academia. Yeah, we'll say that that's the Kafuscari University.
Okay. All right. Well, we could research here. We could head over there. I mean, this place has helped us quite a bit so far.
Okay. Or give me an idea roll real quick.
Ideas. I have those. Yeah, I think that's a regular success.
Okay. The research that you've done so far, actually, you were reminded of a text which was said to be here. Something called the Devil's Simulator.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot about that. Let's look for that, shall we?
It's supposed to be in this biblioteca.
Yeah. So basically, the from the research that you all have done so far, the
Question, was this something I told them about or no? I don't remember if this is one of my secrets.
Well, would you have told them about it?
Not if I learned. Well, what was it about again?
The Devil's Simulator, basically, this is something that you keep seeing references to whenever you look up information about the Sedefkar simulacrum. You've seen several references to it going all the way back to London.
Did I tell you guys about this before? I thought there was more info on it than that, but
there was a little bit more info on it.
Oh yeah, that was the important bit. Like
the part that I know he kept back was about the knife, and I'm not sure if this was
the knife.
The stuff about
I don't know. Whatever. I'd just tell him or whatever. Let's look for that. Blah blah blah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me another library use roll. And since you know it's here, I'll say go ahead and take a bonus die with it.
Oh, nice. I was going to waste my last bonus die. That works then. And I will use a Eureka point as well.
Cool.
Where are you, library? All right. Pretty hard to fail this, but oh my God. I got a 0. I thought it was 100 for a second. I was like, motherfucker.
No,
very nice. All right.
0. Extremist success. I not only did I find it, but they gift wrapped it for me and was like, here, take it. You'll need this some more than us. You're looking like a nicer guy. See how he fooled us.
Here is what you find. You find an old tome with little bits of parchment kind of constructed together. And this is the extract from the Devil's Simulator, or the true chronicles of the evils of the Fourth Crusade. Now, it is written in Latin.
I read Latin.
You do read Latin. Okay, so you can read this. Thus, it can be seen that human evil was not at the heart of the sack of Constantinople in 1204, but foul and monstrous devilry. That excellent knight, soon to be emperor of the Latin Empire, Count Baldwin, did note and sent his best knights and servants forth. They uncovered a foul plot to bring the iniquities of Satan upon the Crusaders and Greeks alike, at whose heart lay the debased Turk Sedefkar and his satanic implements, a statue that could allow one to assume the likeness of any man, prepared by human skin and called the Devil's Simulator. A foul knife, the serpent's claw, able to inflict terrible wounds while besotting the wielder with its evil. The statue was stolen by the leper monk Merovac, known in the East as Fenalik, and revealed to be a creature of Satan himself. But the Turk was killed, and the Count sent the knife safely with stalwart allies to the city of Zara, so it might be seen that good had triumphed. But in his iniquity, the Turk had voiced a curse upon European leaders of the crusade that within a few years came about the Emperor Baldwin was soon captured, tortured, and killed by the burglars who also beheaded Boniface, the other leader of the crusade. The Venetian Doge also died soon after, remaining in Constantinople. With a few years, even the Pope had died. Even the Latin Empire itself fell to the Greeks in 1261.
It wasn't that helpful.
Interesting.
So I only found an extract from it, or that was the only part that was interesting?
That was basically it seems to you that this is what has survived of the text. But you glean a couple of things. You gleaned the identity of the leper monk Merovac,
Yep.
also known as Fenalik.
Yep. I remember. Oh, Count Fenalik, that asshole. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the blade is in Zara.
Yeah, and that's
It wasn't Zara.
Croatia. Wait, that's in Croatia, isn't it?
Now that knife had a different name for me, right? It wasn't called Serpent's Claw. It was called something else.
You remember reading about it being called the Meme Sahis.
Yeah, Meme Sahis. That's same thing, right? I can determine that from reading this.
You would guess so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I read of this knife before, old boy, and it's a real piece of work.
So it still exists.
I believe so. Well, maybe if wherever Zara is, I don't know any Zara. Do you know Zara? Like, would I know Zara? Is that a real city? Is it an ancient city? What is that? Do I need to roll some history for that? Because I'll roll history, Moss.
I know you'll roll history. If you want, you definitely can.
I will, because I like history.
Yeah, I know where it is, but Clay would be trying to roll, but
As shitty as I rolled that, I think I still got a
rolled horribly.
success because I love history.
I'm bad at history.
Well, I
Like
rolled
good
this
French
one.
fries.
Fail.
Who failed?
Oh, yeah, Clay failed.
Nope.
Eldridge,
Oh,
you succeeded. Zara is a former Italian province in Dalmatia.
That where those dogs
Oh wait, no,
came
that's
from.
not right.
No,
That's
it's
not right.
it's basically Italy's here
That's
and it's
fine.
across the blue.
Yeah, it's Croatian.
Croatia. Yeah, it still starts with a Z, but I can't remember. It's not Zagreb. It's got a different name now.
Is Croatia one of the places where we're supposed to go?
I think the important question is, how does Frost know that? Maybe
Ah,
Frost
he
is
knows
the
things.
real
Yeah.
Clay.
Crazy, just
He's a
I don't know,
writer.
history and stuff.
I would say you'd probably be great at trivia nights. I bet.
He literally was there when it was founded, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
he was there when it was founded. That makes
Hey, don't
much
look up the
sense.
picture of the Doge or anything. It's not me. It's a totally different guy.
Oh, look it up, look it up.
Everybody, look it up. Look it up. See if it looks like Frost.
All right.
The only Doge I know is that silly dog.
A Doge is a term of like the Venetian leadership. I think that's why he chose Dogecoin, because it's
Yeah. All right. So with that, we're going to transfer over to Jimmy and Maria.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Perfect.
as you walk along the canal, we're going to travel back in time a little bit for the last couple of hours. As you walk along the canal, Maria is very quiet, very sullen. She doesn't talk much. You walk along for a good little while. Let's see.
That's okay. So while Jimmy's gonna try to fill the gaps in the conversation, we join him now in the conversation he's had, the one-sided conversation in progress. So, according to modern science, what we know of Mars, there's technically no proof that there couldn't be life there. In fact, there could be whole underground civilizations. Gosh, I never met anyone who wanted to listen to me drone on like this before. You're something special, Maria.
She nods and continues looking forward. And you
Jimmy thinks he's killing it.
you make your way through some narrow alleyways and find your way to Maria's pensione. And you can see that this is her home actually occupies the first 2 stories of a 4-story building. It's a rather large apartment, and it is built into a complex of 4 pensiones, which enter out onto the canal. And the back door you can see leads out to a central courtyard between several buildings. She says, if you would you wait out here? I'm just going to fetch a few things.
Well, if you insist, Maria, I'll wait right here. And Jimmy is going to go ahead and get his piece ready just in case.
Okay. And as she moves inside, you can see. What's that? I'm sorry.
I said, in fact, I might do a spot hidden check.
Yeah, go ahead.
You guys all choppy, or is it just me?
It got a little choppy.
Got a little choppy.
Little bit.
Okay.
Burn
I was wondering if I should refresh.
a Eureka. A hard success.
Hard success. Okay. Easy enough. You can see out of the corner of your eye, there are 4 individuals earnestly making their way in your direction. And you can recognize these by their demeanor and by their uniform. These are black shirts, and they are making their way in your direction with purpose.
Uh-oh.
Purpose.
Yeah, so Jimmy is going to try to act casual and then sort of look off as this. Oh my gosh! I see someone who says that communism is bad. You're going off in that direction. Someone better stop them.
Go ahead and make me a fast talk roll real quick.
It's the Vizimi method again.
I do not expect this to work at all, but
What on earth could that be?
yeah. So,
He told the fascists that the communists were bad.
Yeah, that's just my
I'm gonna go over there and have a drink with these guys.
Let's see here. Oh, so communism is the communism's good over here.
No, yeah, I mean, this is Mussolini's government. He was far from communist.
Oh, well, he said Mussolini is bad. That's what I said.
There you go.
He said Mussolini is bad.
Listen, they're all communists to me. I don't care. Filthy.
Yeah, they all
disgusting
need the
communists.
wall, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Why am I having it's freaking alphabetical order, Chris. Oh, that's a fail.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to push that roll?
Yes.
All right. What do you do in order to push this roll? Oh.
And he also said that Mussolini is fat.
By the way, Moss, that was a Latin roll, just so I could raise it from before.
Okay.
I forgot to do it.
JT, you're really out of sync right now.
I'm out of sync. Not to me, I'm not.
Yeah,
You
your
guys are all
video
choppy
is
there.
out.
Your video's a
No,
little...
your video is out of sync. Like we can hear you talking, and then we don't.
Yeah, we see you move your lips, and then sound shows up a second later.
That's it. I'm leaving.
It worked, everyone.
He just got black shirted.
He's in the canal. Pneumonia
All right.
for everyone.
So, you made a regular success. Would you like to make that a hard success by
Does
spending
it
1
have-
luck?
No, I got to spend 18 luck. Oh no, 1. Okay.
One of your 18 luck. Yep.
Does it
Better
have to be
now.
a hard success?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
All right, you bastard. All right. Yeah, I'll spend 1 to make it a hard success.
All right. So, with a hard success, you see them, they approach you and they begin speaking to you in Italian. And you hear the name Mussolini, obviously, and you hear the word where.
And I am going to point them down the longest path I can see with an immediate view.
All right. So you see they all kind of turn, and one of them turns around and looks at you and says something equivalent to "We'll be back." And they make their way down the alleyway.
And as soon as they're gone, I'm gonna turn around and go up the stairs and try to find Miss Spaghetti, whatever her name is.
Maria?
Maria
Yeah.
Stagliani.
You make your way, and Beast is actually in there. She's assisting in helping Maria grab some clothes and put them all together in some luggage, so that way she can stay over.
Just
What do you
shake
say
a
to
leg, sister. They're coming back. The black shirts are coming.
you see a big look. You see her eyes get real big for just a second, and she begins hurrying and putting clothes in luggage. And within just a couple of minutes, she is ready to go. And
Right.
you make your way back down. And go ahead and give me a luck roll real quick, if you would.
Oh boy. Look, be a Jimmy tonight. Luck. Stupid computer. There we go. Regular success.
Regular success. Okay, very good. Yeah. At this point, you make your way. You kind of bob and weave through different alleyways, trying to get around where you think the black shirts might be, and you actually find your way around, and they are not anywhere in sight.
Oof.
All right, and with that, we can say that you all. So the rest of you, your plan. What was your plan next? Were you planning on going somewhere else or heading back to the apartment?
We could probably head back to the apartment, grab everybody else, and go have lunch.
Yeah, we need to eat food and regroup.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you're. I would say you're the only one who's choppy on our end.
You got the pippity poppities. Maybe it's your wall thing.
Yeah, you sound kind of robotic-ish in a way.
A little bit. So you all, we'll say that you all meet up and make your way to a restaurant. The restaurant Pilsen, the one with the famous mushroom risotto. And as you sit down, I'm going to leave for just a second because I got to pee. I'll be right back.
So, you're still alive, Jimmy. Good.
That's right, Mr. York. I was real careful, real sneaky, and real quick-witted. Just like one of your storybook characters, which I totally know because I'm such a huge fan.
I am totally amazed that you're still alive. Good job.
What did you run into any trouble or something?
Oh, them nasty old black shirts were coming after Maria here, but luckily I was able to outwit them.
Really? What did you do?
I said something really, really smart and clever. Something very, very... I can't even repeat it. It was just that clever. Oh, you should have seen me.
Okay, if you say so.
And where's the young lady?
I'm assuming she's with us?
Yeah, I would assume she's with us.
Which is good.
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if she actually came with you. I was assuming she would.
Yeah, I mean...
So we found out a number of things. Namely, the location of something we're looking for.
What I want to know is why the black shirts want her so bad.
I think
she's
a pretty girl.
I think he just wants to marry her and since she said no, he's gonna force her into it.
But what does he stand to gain from it? Well, other than the having the most beautiful girl in Italy on his arm.
Clay's just gonna look over at India and Camellia and see how they take the slap to the face, so to speak, after his statement about.
What did he say?
He said maybe he's just, besides getting the most beautiful girl in Italy for his own, basically, while you two are also sitting at the table. I'm just like, oh, this will be interesting. Let's see.
Oh, I don't care. India might care, but I don't care.
You're saying that he might try to force his books on her? That's disgusting.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry,
What are you gonna do
Marie.
about it, Jimmy? What are you
Well,
gonna do about it?
I tell you what, I'll give him a good walloping if he even comes near her. Well, I mean, I'd at least try.
I'm sure you'll do great, Jimmy, but you need to start wooing Maria then if you want to be a contender. No, not that Maria. We're talking about the other Maria.
Both whom are at the table right now, evidently.
Could India hear that?
Yeah, I'm sure India.
I mean, she's sitting right there. She's the entire time she's just kind of giving you strange
The
looks.
Jimmy, have you ever hit anyone?
Has he ever put a hit on anybody? Is that what I heard?
Different use of the same word. But...
Well, Jimmy, if you want to put a hit on somebody, I can give you a number to call. Or you can, you know what, Jimmy? You are young enough. You could be a foot soldier.
Well, I don't know about any of all that, but I wouldn't mind seeing that big, fat, titty-pocketed fellow go away.
By the way, can people not see JT because he had to leave and come back?
No, we're not dumb like Erudi. I guess the question. No, I can still see him in there.
We don't see him on the stream though.
He got a new link then.
Yeah, because
All right, I will fix that. You guys keep going.
Erudi catching a lot of strays on this one.
No, I think they could still hear you unless Moss. Oh.
Yeah, Dave was saying you couldn't hear or see him after he came back.
Okay.
He didn't say anything that you didn't expect him to have said.
It just depends how Moss has his OBS set up. I have it to capture the browser, so it doesn't matter if people can't see you.
What is my name being said for?
Well, because when people leave and come back, they can never hear them because you only have to refresh, and it's kind of dumb.
They're trying to invoke you like an elder god, and it worked.
Moss is doing to me right now.
I think he's trying to fix it.
Yep. I can see you on the stream now.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, we're eating risotto and talking about things as quietly as we can.
I said nothing bad about Erudi, Dave, or any of you other chat bastards while you couldn't hear me. Don't worry about it. Or India Maria, or anyone for that matter.
As far as you know,
I noticed things aren't going well.
Quiet as a titty pocket mouse.
I'll have you know, I'm not the one running the show. Moss is running OBS, so if there's any problems, it's Moss's fault.
Moss, look out, the bus.
Too late, you're under it. Too late.
It's too bad. You got she took a hit out on you.
You know, Jimmy, you are young enough that you can still maybe learn your way around the sniper. Then you can pull off the hit yourself.
Oh, don't be a pussy, Jimmy. Go up and hit him yourself.
I'm more of a reader than a fighter, but I'm prepared to defend the woman I love.
Which one?
Golly.
Well,
He's
Jimmy,
sort of,
sounds like you need to make a decision here.
Jimmy, you need to find out if that new Maria, she can cook as good Italian food as the help can cook the Mexican food.
At this point, she
Or
speaks up. She says, "Why am I a part of this conversation?"
Oh, you're at the table. You're part of the conversation, unfortunately. But also, Jimmy, you might want to find out if any of the women are actually interested in you. Otherwise, you become like a certain black shirt.
A titty pocket is, I believe, is who he's referring to. Jimmy, you'll become your own titty pocket.
well,
And,
I would never
Clay is
force. I would never
ordering
force my
wine.
books. I'd never force my books on anyone who didn't want to read them.
Jimmy, nobody wants to be a titty pocket. Why do you think that man is so angry?
Well, I agree. He's a big, fat, nasty little ape. That's what he is.
Big, fat, nasty little ape.
Well,
Why?
Jimmy,
Mind
this
if I
is
use
your
that in my
time to
next book?
shine.
You are
It's
quite
all
one
yours,
with the
Mr.
quips,
York.
old boy.
Big, fat, nasty little ape. Got it.
It's all yours, Mr. York.
All right, so are you just gonna leave that there? Everybody's waiting on you, Jimmy.
Oh, is Jimmy supposed to make a choice here? He's Jimmy's completely oblivious. I don't know if y'all noticed.
What?
What?
I mean, we
You might
do
wanna sit
spell it
down.
out for him, after all.
He's not great at picking up on social cues.
Let's get some tiramisu. Waiter, can we please have some tiramisu?
Is tiramisu Italian?
Yes.
Who's this
I
guy,
don't know.
Terry?
Oh, it's definitely Italian.
Tiramisu.
It sounds.
It's not spanakopita.
Oh, no,
That's
it is
true.
not.
It is not
Which is also
spanakopita.
very good.
Spanakopita.
Spanakopita is good. The waiter kind of gives you a nod and heads back
That
into
is
the kitchen.
moussaka.
Mm,
Osaka is very good.
And the waiter comes back with orders of tiramisu and actually some chocolate gelato.
Wait, did we have dinner already? I wanted a steak.
We're
damn it.
having lunch. We're having lunch.
I still want a steak.
There you go. Simpin Slater says, Jimmy, stand up for your woman. I'll send you a $50 reward if you do.
Which one, though?
Oh, that's
History
the
eraser
question.
History eraser button got it right.
What do you say?
Vegasaurus, obviously.
Where is? I don't even
Yeah,
see him. What is he over in the other thing?
He's in cake. He's in cake.
I don't even
Miss-
think I have the kick.
Miss Stagliani, Maria, I'm
there
sorry if I ever made you feel uncomfortable. I'm just trying to look out for you, you know?
Oh,
Don't you know?
but of course, and I do not want you to think that my absent-mindedness is lack of appreciation.
No, I understand. You've been through a lot. And, you know, I know my friends can be very
Nice.
eccentric, but, you know, they mean well.
Jimmy, old boy, you know she thinks you like men, right?
What?
Well, gosh, you know, I
You
like
are a-
everybody, Mr. G.
You better not let the black
I-
shirts know that you are a homosexual.
Oh my god. Oh
Jimmy
my
is very
God.
quickly going to look up what the word homosexual means.
Oh my god.
If he knows his root words, he should know that one
Yeah, if
already.
he reads that much, he's got to know something.
You got your.
What are you reading? Children's books? Like, how do you not know these
He
things?
reads encyclopedias.
He reads adventure books, mostly.
I'm sure those are full of homosexuals back in those days.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wow.
All right. So, what's the next plan of attack?
By the way, Jimmy, is that why you're always following Clay around?
Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Right? Who knew?
Well,
Well, no,
you
sir,
know
I
what,
just happen
Jimmy?
to respect his work.
Got it. Well, you know, Jimmy, we won't judge you for it.
I mean, I might a little bit.
Shocker.
Not exactly surprised by that revelation, Mr. G.
Well, we can't all be as future as forward thinking as you, Clay, old boy. You know.
Is that what I am?
Apparently.
Let me tell you something. The only time I ever read books with men, it's all strictly above the table.
I don't want to know details. Oh my god, we're eating lunch. Have some common decency, man.
Clay is trying so hard not to actually laugh right now after the conversation that Camellia had with the girl about, at least you have a body. He's like, come on. And this is the subject. Is like, I'm trying to eat. I love it. I love it. So Clay is basically of the mind, and he will say this, that we have a couple of options. We're going to have to look and find out where these black flagstones are.
Yes.
In the basilica. But we also need to make sure that we're not missing anything of a way, like you said, to protect ourselves from it, because it sounds even more unpleasant than the abdomen.
More unpleasant than your bug zapper.
The bug zapper likes getting the bugs.
Perhaps there is a professor at the university that might know something about protecting yourself from magical attacks.
If they have a department that some gore would be part of, then maybe, but
it could be. I mean, we don't know unless we go there and check it out.
I suppose. Well, you get to see some of the sights, I suppose.
Okay.
That would be my recommendation.
Well, the light isn't going anywhere, as far as we know right now.
The light always goes somewhere. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the light. I was like, the light is always moving.
It gets dark?
It gets dark sometimes. Not just inside your head, Clay.
And my heart. So, yes, let's go.
All right. So you all make your way. Maria bids you all farewell as she makes her way back to your place, Clay.
Okay.
She's gonna kiss her hand like a gentleman.
Poor Maria.
You see, she kind of gives you a little bit of a grin, but almost like an amused grin.
You know what? Mainly, what Jimmy is trying to do is make India jealous.
That's what you say now. That is what you say now. We all know that if Maria had like bit the trap, you would have been singing different songs.
He's gonna read books with anyone who will read books with him. Let's face it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy's a book slut.
Oh.
India says, Jimmy, do you go around kissing every woman that crosses your path?
Only the ones that are nice to me.
You know, if I remember correctly.
So she's the only one, is what you're saying, old
boy.
boy.
Camellia is so short with you. It's a protective thing.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to have.
She's felt your cold and clammy hands, Jimmy. That's what she's trying to tell you, you big clod.
She doesn't want to get Jimmy'd. Got it.
Nobody likes a wet, soggy hand.
Well, that is what India Maria felt when they were holding hands. Well, she told me. Well, she told me that Jimmy was sweating up a storm. You know, there are some prescriptions for that, Jimmy. It's called baby powder. It should help you stop the sweat. It works miracles. I've heard.
Yes, but you're going to give everyone the white palm of doom.
Is that a thing?
The white palm of doom.
Jimmy's got a really weird set of role models.
Do you want his sweaty, baby powdered hand slapping your hand? It's a doom palm if I've ever heard one.
He's a gymnast.
We need to get him some treatment. Don't worry, we'll find you a good doctor. Jim.
Treatment? It's like electroshock therapy?
That's what I was thinking. We put him down in that basement again.
There has to be something to help him with his sweating problems.
It could be a heart condition.
Oh no, Jimmy is so young. And has a heart condition.
I don't even think he has a heart, to be honest with you. He got stabbed right in the chest. And it barely even phased him more than a few hours or days.
Or days.
4 days.
Weren't you on pain medication that entire time yourself? Oh,
Yes,
that
but I enjoyed that.
Oh God! All right, did we get to the academy by now?
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Clay's gonna
Yes.
him soon here.
So you do get to the academy, and this is what awaits you. You arrive by gondola,
Nice.
and the chat actually got to see me add this image to.
I was gonna say it's in color. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, because I just googled a quick picture of it. I'm like, I better add this in so
Well,
everybody
the
knows what
world's
they're
in
getting into.
color. Pictures.
World's
are
in
black
color.
and
This
white.
is what you see. Turns out, before the 1960s, people only saw in black and white. This is a new.
course
This is
they
a
did.
new.
What the
New
God.
step in human evolution is this color vision. But this is what you see. You pull up in the gondola, and there are several docks which lie outside a 4-storied university made predominantly out of kind of like a white brick. You can see that some of the bricks on the lower end of the building are a little bit discolored thanks to some of the rising tides in the canals. But you make your way in. What sort of a department would you be looking for?
Department of Mysteries.
Probably if they have an antiquarian department, because it's
I-
kind of a catch-all back then for a lot of these sort of things. Are antiquarians like we study the unusual and the old, and
I'd like to find some occult things myself.
Okay. So we'll say that they've got kind of like a catch-all archaeological department with a number of different professors. Go ahead and since you are not students nor staff, I need somebody, whoever is representing the group, to give me a credit rating roll.
Oh.
That will be either Clay or me.
You know,
I can do it if
professors
you
don't
want.
make a lot of
I got
money.
a 70. What about
And
you?
same.
Since
Okay, I'll do it.
what I would say is, since Clay knows Italian, his role would probably be a little bit more effective.
I love that the
Okay, then
non-Italian knows
let's have Clay
Italian,
do it.
yet the Italian does not.
I know a little bit of
You got a
Italian.
1. Well, you probably got like a 10 by now, knowing you.
Gonna
Still
gonna
one.
push everything on. And since I have a bonus die, I'm gonna use that, and also a Eureka point. So let's see if we fail here.
You got this.
No, I clicked it. It didn't go. There it went. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I told you got this.
That's pretty
Damn.
good. That's a 0.
Okay, so you come into contact with some of the staff who wants to see some of your credentials and you. What is it that you say to this staff member? It's a younger man, probably a student worker, early 20s, short hair, very, very pencil thin mustache, almost as if it hasn't grown in quite right just yet. And you can see he's still got a few pimples left over from puberty dotting his forehead.
Okay. He's going to reach out his hand and give him a firm handshake. Major Clay York, I'm here to do some research for my next book.
What department are you looking for?
Antiquities?
Antiquities. We have well, you can talk to the archaeological department.
That would be very helpful.
You'll want to talk to Dr. Abramo.
Bravo. And he's just going to point as questioningly, like, where?
He points you towards a sign which is hanging on the wall. You can see in Italian archaeological department, Dr. Abramo, and it gives you a room number.
Okay.
And the room number is 36.
Dun, dun, dun.
By the way,
what
young lad.
Amelia, I'm going to need you to give me a sanity roll real quick.
Scheiße.
What are the odds?
Oh, no. You got her. Oh, boy.
Hard success. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, look, 37 to defeat the 36.
Nice. So
Very
the
nice.
sight of you
So
having
close,
the,
so close.
just the thought of you having to enter a room labeled room 36 just shivers you down to your
I will
bones.
stay outside.
But you are able to resist the degrading
Oh, thank
effects on your
God.
psyche.
What if she had rolled a 36? Would that be like a failure?
That would have been funny.
36ception. Well, Clay is going to clap the guy on the shoulder, the kid on the shoulder. Thank you. And just being very loud about it.
And then I clap him on the shoulder and go, you know, old boy, this young lad right here, I think you and him would hit it off wonderfully. You had to have a lot to discuss, a lot of similar interests, if my eye is correct.
No English.
Oh, that's okay. He doesn't need to speak English.
Oh no, he's trying to set him up on a date.
Wow.
Completely
towards room
oblivious.
36.
Completely oblivious. Jimmy will
He's
try to
just-
strike up a conversation.
Going that
Oh,
way.
Jimmy, you should definitely have a talk with this young lad. He seems very knowledgeable. He works in a
I
place
love
of
it.
books and learning, Jimmy. You'll love
Yeah.
him.
That is true.
Yeah, no.
He does.
In his best Italian, he's going to ask if the guy likes books.
Let's talk about books.
See.
Let's talk about books.
Yes, I like books.
Oh God.
Let's see. Oh yeah, so Poopa the Beppity books.
What a bubbity?
See. Biblioteca across the canal.
Oh, they definitely hit it off.
I think they're
Bobbity
going on a,
boopy.
I will tell Gore. I think they're going on a date at the canal.
That's where you get pneumonia. Heading to room 36.
Everybody's getting pneumonia in Clay's mind.
It's all about pneumonia here.
All right, so you make your way to room 36. Inside, you can see what looks to be his own personal office. Giuseppe's. His name is Giuseppe Abramo.
Just
Moss, I meant to roll a notice check.
For
When they said 36, I wanted to notice how it affected her, since I kind of know about that, even though I leave it alone most of the time.
okay, you can give me a psychology roll, I suppose.
Oh, that's perfect. Not so perfect after all. Damn it, I was oblivious. I was looking at Jimmy and his boyfriend.
So as you're walking along, you look back, and as you're walking, you turn, and just as you turn, you walk face first into a wall and stumble backwards.
Oh, me? Oh, I fumbled. Oh, yeah, okay. That's a fucking trick question! Stupid wall. Who put it there?
You gather a few looks as you shout about the university. But inside Dr. Abramo's office, you see lots of dark wood. Very nice place. Large wooden desk with shelves upon shelves lined with books talking about archaeological digs from Egypt, from Rome, from Northern Europe, all kinds of different subjects that it looks as though he has studied. And
Old
as
man
you
Yoder.
enter, he looks up. He looks like he's writing something on his desk, and he looks up at you, Clay, and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yes, we have a few questions. We were told to come talk to you about them.
I'm sorry. I do not have time for visitors right now. Please, come back at some other point. And you see, he goes back to his writing.
And specifically, or what were you trying to find out? We were trying to find something specific here, or were we not?
I don't remember why we're here.
We're here to find out if there's a way to protect ourselves from the effects of
yes,
the whatever shit it is.
So he's just gonna say, "You don't even have time to talk about anything related to Sedefkar."
I'm gonna pull up a random NPC Actually, you know what? Because I don't have one. I don't have a random NPC for a professor. So I'm gonna do. I've got a number in my head.
Yeah, the numbers are good.
Sedefkar. You see, you catch his attention.
Yes.
You are talking about the that tale from the Fourth Crusade.
And yes. And beyond.
The most that I have known about it is I have glimpsed at the Devil Simulator myself. Myself as if I'm Scottish or something.
Yar.
Arr, myself.
I
glanced at it myself. It's not Tuesday, okay?
It's almost Tuesday.
By the way, there might be an old man yelling at a wall in live chat art somewhere, live art, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. I'm just saying it might be there. It might even made a pith hat for once, son of a bitch. Finally worked.
Says, what do you know about this Sedefkar simulacrum?
We've come across quite a bit of information. And we're trying to find out ways that a person could, say, protect themselves versus some of the unpleasantries that are supposedly following it, the curses. You know, ways that. Well, I'm doing research and I'm trying to find a way that someone would be able to protect themselves from it, if it were real.
Based on the legends that I have heard, artifacts such as this, and, well, powerful artifacts of legend, modern constructions of man might be of little use in protecting against them.
Exactly, and he's just going to sit down, make himself comfortable in a chair as he kind of puts his arms on the table and getting into
Maybe
the
there's a
conversation. with it.
spell. Yeah, maybe there's a spell then.
He says, there may be some sort of rituals or something that other people may perform, but I do not know much about this. All I know is of the artifacts themselves.
And you know that they supposedly traveled through here.
I have read as much, yes. Apparently there was something about Napoleon coming in contact with this, but I have not looked into it myself.
Yes, but it didn't hurt him.
Napoleon?
Yes.
Yeah, Napoleon did many travels. Perhaps he felt minor effects. Perhaps he moved on before he could feel the effects.
It could be. Or he had someone helping him. Interesting. You don't have any more information than this, though. And just look over at Gorley. Other areas. We've been to the library, the biblioteca. Just thought maybe there was more experts here.
Experts specifically on the simulacrum. It seems as though you know almost as much as I do.
And what about the Devil Simulator? Do you know whether there could be a more complete copy of that?
He said he's set his eyes on it before.
Well, I have read the copy that is in the biblioteca.
Yes, it's not much to go on.
I
What
am not
about
aware of any more full
I give him
copy.
the name of the knife, the actual name, not the stupid name in the book.
The meme sahis?
Yeah, the meme sahis. You know anything about that and strange goings on in Turkey?
Oh, that'd be
Sus?
pretty good success. Let's see. Last I had heard, something about the meme sahis. Well, I had heard tales of the meme sahis being taken to Vinkovici.
Where is that exactly?
It is in the kingdom of the Serbs, the Croats and the Slovenes.
Oh, okay. was that once known as Dara.
Thinking of Zara.
Zara?
Zara, yeah. I'm sorry. It's been a dreadful day. Our young lad here has been in all sorts of mischief, and he's befuddled my old brain. Plus, that wall came out of nowhere and hit me in the face.
I do not believe that it was called Zara at some point, but I have heard of this place, Zara. Not been there myself.
You've definitely heard of it if you read the Devil Simulator. I thought just maybe you had more knowledge about it.
It is not in my immediate purview.
Understandable.
More of the Egyptian pyramids and old English things that I've studied. But as I said, I've come across things here and there.
Maybe we should chat further at some point in time if I ever make it back here. You seem like an interesting man, old boy.
Perhaps you can give me some of your knowledge, and maybe we can write the paper.
That would be splendid. I look forward to it.
Very good. I apologize that I was not of more help, but
It's okay. You were helpful.
It's fine. We just know not to look here further, and we won't waste more of your time. But thank you. And he's gonna give him a nice handshake. And
By the way, is there anywhere here that I don't know has some information on actual magics and rituals and such? Just curious.
the best place would be the biblioteca, unless there are some private collections.
Do you know any? Oh, he's so good.
Son of a bitch.
James be good.
Ask after Gabriel Clemente.
Percy?
He lives up north along the Grand Canal.
I appreciate the knowledge. If there's anything you need from me, let me know. I'd love to pay back the help you've given us.
Absolutely. If you find this thing, I would very much like to talk to you about it.
We'll see what we can do.
Very good. And with that, he picks up his pen, and it looks like he's about to start writing. Unless there's anything else that I can help you with.
Jimmy, do you wish to disturb this man or let him go back to work?
Oh, Jimmy's out in the lobby talking to the young man you tried to fix him up with.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anything for my buddy.
Yeah, step out.
Good looking out, Mr. G.
John Carter?
That's right. The manliest man in all of the universe.
You can see he kind of gives you a half enthused nod.
He's thinking to himself, manlier than Mussolini?
And he's got a pet Mars dog named Woola, and I got a chameleon that has the same name. Oh, you should meet him sometime. He's a great little fella.
Whatever happened to that little bastard? Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
Well, after we had him spit on something so we could mix his spit with things, he went back to chameleoning.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And Jimmy has no real idea how to raise the damn thing, but it seems to take care of itself. Very, very low maintenance. Chameleons are actually excellent pets.
Nice.
If you don't have a heat lamp for that thing, it's going to die. By the way,
that's why I usually keep it in my coat pocket, but it's nice and warm.
Okay, now where I thought you were going, I'm happy.
Where'd you think? Oh, good Lord! You know what? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Yeah, don't answer that. Don't think about it. Don't go there. La 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 la. Yeah, so I guess we leave, and we don't really have anywhere to go except that Clemente's place if we are going to go there. Uninvited.
All right. And as you depart, you step back into the gondola that was waiting for you, and you notice first thing as you step out of the university, there's a stench in the air. And you look down at the water, and it's turned almost like an oily black.
You know, Jimmy, I didn't think you're
shit.
supposed to do that in this water.
Clay's
It wasn't
I
me,
think-
Mr. G.
instinct is to look at the sky.
Pretty sure
You guys
there's
do
laws
realize-
against this.
No, you do realize it's probably the leg that is creating this.
It could be, but Clay's paranoid. He's looking at the sky.
Probably something far worse.
The sky,
reason.
it doesn't seem out of the ordinary.
Can I look around for any mist?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll.
I put
I'm
my
looking
hand on
for
my
any
piece, by the way.
mist or anything that might tell me that
I'm gonna
there's
do a spot
magic
hidden, too.
bound. I got a hard success.
Okay. All right.
Ah, man, a fail.
Do I recall anything in my book that would remind me of black, oily water popping up out of nowhere?
You can give me a
Idea?
Yeah, I would say an idea roll. For
Yep.
your spot hidden rolls,
Oh, that would be
neither-
one of those extreme successes.
neither of
Wow.
you actually recall any information, or I'm sorry, none of you actually see any mist hanging about. The sky is actually pretty clear. There's a few clouds spotted here and there, but the sun is shining brightly down on you. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And you think that probably with the light of the sun, it's still cold outside. It's still very cold, but it's not. It looks like the sunlight has probably dispersed any would-be mist. Now, Eldritch, with your idea roll, you don't recall anything specifically from your book, but strangely enough, this sort of matches the description given to you by Mort
Of
of his dream.
which was
Yeah, we had a dream.
when you spiked his drink, he had a dream where he saw some individuals walking around Milan, and then as he was trying to turn to leave and attempt to leave, he was almost washed away by a flood pouring out of windows and surrounding buildings and filling up the canal of black brackish water.
oh, so ooh, and I did recognize this.
It fits the
Okay.
description.
Oh no, this seems like that dream that idiot Mort had. We might be in real danger here.
And Clay is going to look back into the room, or yell back into the room where the boy was at the front desk and say, "Boy!"
You see, he rushes out.
Just point down at the water.
You see, he kind of narrows his eyes at it and doesn't really say anything, but turns around and runs back into the building.
Ask him if it's normal.
He made the right choice. That's what we should be
I'm
doing.
going to guess by his reaction that's not exactly normal. Or if it is normal, he knows that it's incredibly dangerous.
Well, we can
Don't-
ask the people that have the gondola, right, and just say, "Is this normal?"
Yeah,
I
that's
have
why
a
he was-
better idea. Why don't we get the hell out of here before we get washed away in this black goo?
I'm gonna say we should probably
Yeah.
do something that doesn't involve being in the water.
Yeah,
You mean like
let's
the gondola?
The gondola pilot, actually, yeah, he's looking around as if this is very much not normal. He looks-
Wait,
he
that's
has
not
a-
good.
He has a concerned look on his face for sure.
Does it smell oily? Like, don't light flames kind of oily? Or
It smells almost like rotting fish.
Like death,
okay, so not
running fish.
not
We're not gonna burn.
methane and like highly
No, but you
flammable
can-
stuff.
But you can see there is a certain sheen that refracts the light that sets just on top of the surface of the water that sort of resembles like an oily substance.
Oh my god. Okay, I think we like don't get in the water and just go different route.
This would probably be a good cliffhanger
Yeah, as long as
well.
there's some bridges somewhere, we're gonna have to do foot traffic, I guess, unless we can't get there from where we're at.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I didn't see this before, but there is a bridge right near the university that goes across the Grand Canal.
Well, perfect.
So, with that, you all see that there is some brackish water in the Grand Canal making its way out to sea. And with that, we are going to go ahead and call the session here.
Oh, wait, it was moving away from us.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
well,
see-
that's a relief.
You can see that this is the whole canal. Like, this isn't just centered around where you are at. This is the whole canal. And as you look around, you can actually see other people kind of standing on the bridge and around in front of buildings on balconies, kind of looking out and down at the water. And you can see that they do have concerned looks on their faces. They're not really sure what's going on. A few of them are holding their noses and waving their hands at the air.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Never know. All right, but we're going to go ahead and end our episode there tonight. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We got some improvement rolls to get out of the way. So,
Oh, yes, we do.
who would like to go first?
I only got the one, so I'll go ahead and get that out of the way.
Oh, 2.
Got luck. You always got luck.
Sure, yeah. Let's roll my listen, which is already like top notch.
That would have been awesome earlier.
Yeah. All right, let's roll my luck because I badly need to replenish it. Yeah.
Fail.
Which is good.
Okay, let's get this. Tonight has been Eldridge's night. It's like you've been rolling extreme successes left and right. All right, 4. So whoever wants it, you can have it next.
I'll roll real quick. I've only got 2 plus luck, so we're gonna do a library use. Fail, success, fail. And we, failed at that.
Nice.
So we'll add something onto that. Oh, add
Ooh, a
5 out of
fiver.
that.
Yeah, not bad.
And let's see if his luck, or if his luck is going to continue to not give him luck. Yep. This is the 7th. I think the 7th thing where he's failed at his luck roll. Very nice. Very nice.
That's incredible.
It's pretty bad.
All right, who's up?
I'll go. Although I have 1,000,000. Fast talk. That would be fail. Perfect. Give me an 8. That's wonderbar. History. Not gonna get this one unless I get super lucky. No. Latin. Latinx. Dang it!
Don't call them that.
Wait, you failed. That's good.
Oh wait, fail's good. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Look, all this river. Oh shit!
My goodness. You just had like an epiphany in Latin today.
Something happened. Library use. Almost impossible to fail this. Almost impossible. All right. Spot hidden. This one's pretty hard too.
Oh, wow, you did have.
However, oh dang it!
Barely.
Just barely. Son of a bitch. All right, stealth. Ooh, El Stealtho. Let's get stealthy, baby. 6. Not all that bad. And then we'll do Lucko, which I don't think, ever gotten once.
And maybe it's a lucky day.
It is my lucky day, apparently.
Nice.
Come on, Luck. Give me a 10, you fuck. I need 6 is good enough.
That'll do
All
it,
right.
Big.
That'll do,
Okay.
pig.
I only have 2 things. Persuade. Nope. And then luck.
Didn't you succeed on a library use earlier? Or no?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I failed both times. And oh, I got a 36 for luck.
Very nice.
Does
Make a
that
sanity
mean
roll.
that I fail it?
36.
If I roll a 36, isn't that an automatic failure?
No, that's not how that works, silly pants.
Successfully failed.
I had
All
to
right.
ask. I had to ask.
So, thank you all for joining us. I had a great time tonight. I love getting to new cities and you guys pulling shit out of your ass that I was not prepared for. But that is the life of a lore master, or a keeper of arcane lore. So, we'll go around the horn and let everybody know what's going on with you, what you're doing. Save Sevvy for second to last, me for last. We'll start with JT.
Oh, I'm doing things. Friday, Mummy's Mask. Well, or you can just go to my. Oh, what in the world is that? Shiny. I'm waiting for one of y'all to yell at me. Anyway, check out my link tree. I'm doing things. And then tomorrow I'm doing things with pirates. And then my other thing is on Sunday. Check that out too. And I would say go buy my merch, but you can't. So
We'll get that back.
FPP. And go join my Discord. And I'll give it to or do we pass it or are you
go ahead and tag
picking
somebody.
me? I'll tag the wizard.
I am Froste, and you can find me here on Moonskull. You can find me on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. You can find me on Savage Talk. We're doing all kinds of different shows. And you can find me on my links in my link tree, playing games and writing and all that stuff. And I'm going to pass it on to Chris.
Hey, I'm KrisWithADagger, and you can find me on both X and Minds.com. Same username at KrisWithADagger. Not really not really have anything at the moment, but I am working on a new script. Should be coming out very soon. And with that, and also you can find me here Mondays for Call of Cthulhu with all of these eccentric people. And speaking of eccentric, well, really the only one left to tag would be Sevvy.
All right, before you go, I'm going to transition us back. I forgot to transition us back over to the panel. So 3, 2, 1.
Lost transitions.
Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
All right, well, hello, everybody. I am Sevvy. You can find me at Geeks and Gamers Tabletop and over at Moonskull. Also, you can find me on my Kick and Twitch. The links are in the chat. If you have not followed me already, please give me a follow. And I think that is mostly it. I'll pass it to Moss.
Yeah, so if this is your second time seeing me for today, thank you very much. I appreciate that. The first instance of you seeing me today would have been over at Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. You can find me over there. You can also find me here and on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop on Thursdays. Everybody, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. We want to get these guys as many bonus dice as we can. So if we can get to 72 likes, guys, you got to get there. They get a bonus die if you do. And also, whenever the stream's over, stick around for like a minute, 30 seconds maybe. Leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Support Legend Seeker, all of that great stuff. And with that, did I miss anything? Is that everything? I think that's everything. So with that, I bid you all adieu, auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.
So long, boys.